Yeah, I got 100 guns, 100 clips. I'm from New York, New York. I got a semi-automatic that spits. Next time that you talk. Bing bong, New York in the building. Game 1 is down. My goodness. Jalen Brunson, 13 points in the fourth quarter, chill. OG Anunoby, 12 points in the fourth quarter. Karl Anthony Towns, 18 and 12. Dominant two-way game from Karl Anthony Towns. We got basketball. Dylan Harper was going crazy. Wemby was selling a little bit till the fourth quarter, chill. And then my goodness, Dylan Harper. And then De'Aaron Fox. Brother, oh my brother. We need more from our brother De'Aaron Fox. This is going to be an action-packed show. We got Marge, we got Damien, we got Chill. Cannot wait to get to it. What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling today?
The NBA championship is in effect, Swiper. NBA championship is in effect. I'm supercharged about it. The downside is that the season is coming to an end. The upside is we got championship level basketball. This is the best time of the year. We get to see the two best teams in the league. This is awesome. This is fantastic.
Yeah, it's incredible, y'all. Honestly, first off, shout out to the Spurs. That environment they had last night, y'all, was amazing. It looked amazing on television. The crowd was amazing. Shout out to ABC and all the ESPN partners. ESPN did a nice little 1-hour show with Ernie and Chuck and Shaq and Kenny on ESPN. Then they transitioned over to ABC. The whole production yesterday was incredible. Shout out to them. And then, look, shout out to the broadcast team, man. I got to tell you, Tim Legler, he has been a true addition to the color commentary game, chill. And him with Breen, that was one of the best duos that we've gotten. I thought that when we lost Van Gundy and obviously Mark, that things were going to be a little bit different, but they did a great job yesterday.
100% did do that. I've always thought that that Tim Legler, he's one of the guys that I watch on TV. There's not a lot of guys that I watch when guys are talking basketball, because there aren't many guys that I can honestly say, even if they played at that level, that know basketball. When Legs talks, I listen. When Jalen Rose talks, I listen. There aren't many guys that talk basketball that I listen to. I listen to Shaq. I listen to Jalen Rose. I listen to Legs. I listen to guys like that. These guys know what they're talking about.
Yeah, Damien, what's up, Box? What's going on, fella? How you seeing, bro? What's up, Box? What's up with the face, bro?
The hell y'all talking about Tim Legler for?
We giving shout-outs yesterday.
Yeah.
You didn't think the broadcast was good yesterday?
Absolutely. The broadcast was fantastic. No doubt about that.
Legs is excellent.
Yes, he is.
No, shout out to Legs. Big love.
Yes, sir. We're going to get to it.
I'm not here to talk about no goddamn commentators.
Ox late to the show, and you trying to set the tone for everybody else.
I'm saying, you think I came over here, sat down, got my workspace together to talk about Tim Legler?
We're going to get to it, Ox.
Are you shitting me?
We gave nice little credence to players that played well last night. We're going to get into, obviously, your favorite player, De'Aaron Fox, and the rest of them. We're going to go on and do all the stuff we need to do.
Knicks and 6.
Our little hellos. Yeah, Knicks. I do think the Knicks are going to win in 6. I'm with you. Mars, how we feeling today, bro?
Good. I'm good.
Good. Mars, did you enjoy the game last night?
Yeah, it was a good game. I enjoyed watching the game yesterday.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I didn't have any thoughts on the commentary, but it was a good game.
We watched it for basketball.
No, shout to you. I know you typically watch the game on silent too, Ox. So shout out to you, bro. I know you don't really listen to the background and all that stuff. But y'all, it was an incredible basketball game yesterday. I do got to give just a lot of credit to both teams. I think both of them came out and they had a mission on their mind. A shout out to the Spurs, y'all. In the third quarter, they got a 14-point show, and I thought the game was about to be over. I thought they were about to run out of the gym. I said, you know what, man, maybe the delay for the New York Knicks, is that what's going to end up getting them? Or, it's just moving to the Western Conference. Is this going to be too much for the Knicks to deal with on the other end? And then they went on an incredible run, and we're going to glaze and talk about Bodega Man himself, Karl Anthony Towns, when we get to him. He was phenomenal.
That ain't no kitty cat over
Not
here.
no kitty cat. Not no kitty cat. And Ox, you are one of the people that I think stand on business the most with this. When players improve and when they do things that they didn't used to do and they turn around their mentality and how they approach the game, you always give them credit. And Ox, you want to talk about growing from a boy to a man before our very eyes as a basketball player? Karl Anthony Towns has become a completely different player, Ox. And yesterday, I think he won that game for the Knicks.
Absolutely. You know, I was watching that game. You could see where Jalen Brunson wasn't shooting the ball very well. He went out with the knee tweak for a second, and then the little ankle thing.
Yep.
And Karl-Anthony Towns. I mean, the other guys, Landry Shamet, he knocked down a couple shots. OG had a good run right there in the fourth. Everybody played okay. You know what I'm saying? But Karl-Anthony Towns kept the Knicks in the basketball game until it was time for Jalen Brunson to take over. When it was time for Jalen Brunson to do his job, he absolutely did it. And, Chill, this is one of those things where – I know we're talking about Cap, but, Chill, this is one of those things where it's like, damn efficiency, man. It's the playoffs, man. Shoot it till you break it, JB.
San Antonio came out like a young group. Like they came out just throwing haymakers. They came out playing fast. They came out trying to get the Knicks on their heels. And it worked early. And I think that the Knicks withstood the barrage. I think the Knicks stayed in it. I think that they started to settle themselves down. I thought that once they settled themselves down, they got more quality looks. I think that I think Mitch Johnson does a bad job. And I think that he does this throughout the course of the series where he gets better, but he does a bad job in the beginning of the series where he'll show his hand and the other teams adjust to it. And the idea of crowding Karl-Anthony Towns at the long ball line, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. You're not going to have your best defender 34 feet away from the basket, 29 feet away from the basket, and expecting him to consistently recover and expecting him to consistently guard the rim and guarding a big guy like Karl-Anthony Towns, who, by the way, is one of the better downhill players in the game. Yes, I think he led if I'm not mistaken, I think he led the league last season or the last 2 years in offensive fouls. And the reason why he does that because he gets downhill. So if you are going to guard him at the long ball line like that, he's going to beat you off the dribble. Absolutely. But I just want to put something on you guys' mind. Josh Hart is the first player since Moses Malone and Joker to go 15, 5, and 5 since steals were counted as an official stat. He's the third player, not the first, I'm sorry, the third player to do that. So
15, 5, and 5 as in what, Chill?
As in his first NBA Finals game. Joker and Moses Malone are the other guys to do that.
15 rebounds, 5 steals?
Steals, yes, sir, and 5 assists.
Wow, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday, I saw Josh Hart navigating screens. I'm still dumbfounded. I'm still absolutely dumbfounded by you two down there trying to tell me Josh Hart doesn't play defense. I've been dumbfounded since the first time I heard you guys say it last season.
Okay, first of all, none of us, we didn't say that he doesn't.
I said he's a mid defender.
Yes, we didn't say that he doesn't play defense. It's a little overblown. That's what it is with the defense. It's a little overblown. It's not what everybody says it is. No, there's a lot of times.
I still think it is, but he played good defense.
Yeah, he did play. Yeah, he did play good defense last night. No doubt about that. You know what, too, Mars?
I think Josh Hart's just one of those guys who's really a gamer.
Yep.
I think when it's like when the lights are bright, I think that's when he really kind of shows up a little
more.
Can't
measure that, yeah. Can't measure that.
Some people don't understand what gamer means, Ox. Can you tell people really quickly, Damien? Can you tell people what gamer means? Because I don't think people understand what exactly a gamer is.
To me, I think it means that you really show up when you're needed. Like when you're gonna do what it takes to win basketball games. You know what I'm saying? Whether if it's pretty or ugly, and especially when the lights are bright. Yep. Sometimes the lights might be bright and you might be looked at as a second tier guy, a throwaway guy. But when the lights really shine, you shine. You know what I'm saying? And I think Josh Hart's one of those types of guys. Absolutely. Personally, I do.
Yeah, Damien. I'm sorry
for the young kids watching. There's only going to be so many Jalen Brunsons in the world, but with Josh Hart, you can find a way to impact the game without scoring.
Yep.
And he is one of those guys where it gets to the point where at every stop, it feels like the coach has to trust him and throw him out there. And going into this series, he was a question mark because we thought that Wemby was going to roam and he was going to be the guy. But Josh Hart found a way yesterday to dominate the game in ways other than scoring. And I think that we always talk about the superstars, but the others can make such big impacts on the outcomes when they do stuff like that. But I think generally this is going to be a great series. I think a lot of people thought that the Western Conference Finals might have been the most, high-level basketball entertainment-wise too. But I think this is going to be a great final series, man. And to Chill's point, and to your point as well, Swiper, I was looking for the rest versus rust yesterday factor going into the game because I think it might play out that way. I think it sort of did. I think the Spurs lost a bit of gas in the second half, but the Knicks showed how resilient they have been. I came across a crazy stat when I was doing the post-game stuff yesterday. When down 14 since 2024 in a playoff game, the Knicks are 6-6. The rest of the NBA is 10 and 100.
Mm-hmm.
So this team, like, even when it matters most, they just got this inbuilt like resilience mechanism that they lean on, and they can get back into a game. But when they were down 14, I thought it was over as well.
And this is where y'all, like, again, it's just, Mars, we had a whole conversation a couple of days ago about Chet Holmgren and mentality and how that shrinks you as a player. Now, you made a lot of comments, which I think is correct, about your skill set being the limitations that actually affect you more maybe than your mentality. And I think maybe where I differ a little bit there is that I think people like Josh Hart, when I watch them play, Chill, you don't walk into 15 rebounds on accident. No, and he didn't make the threes yesterday. Like, and I really was watching that first quarter. Y'all, the game started, when they got close and then the Spurs started pulling away, I'm like, man, if he's not making his jumpers like he did, a couple, years ago in the New York Knicks series, is he still going to be viable? Now, we're obviously going to have a lot of series to figure that out. But one of the things Josh Hart does a great job of, and why I loved his analytics comments that, look, it's great, but like, it doesn't mean anything if you can't actually play basketball. To be 6'5" and to get 15 rebounds amongst the trees, like, that is insane.
Which it doesn't really swipe. If you think about it, it shouldn't be surprising. I mean, didn't he average that against Philly last year, or was it last
2
year?
years ago? Yeah, he did. It was 15
didn't he
rebounds
average that against?
Yeah.
I know that's ridiculous, but I think that a guy like that is so necessary on his group. But I want to preface to you guys, and you guys can, steamroll me if you want. I asked you guys a week ago, before the final started, am I ridiculous to think that the Knicks can smoke whoever comes out of the Western Conference? And you dudes said that I was nuts. Am I ridiculous to think that the Knicks can smoke these dudes in 5 games? Am I ridiculous to think that? Just so you guys remember, Ox, so we clear, the Knicks are undefeated in game 1 in these playoffs. You know what else they undefeated in? The series. I just want to put that on your mind.
So, like,
they haven't lost since April 23rd. They haven't lost since April 23rd.
I just want to put that on your mind.
They have 3 series going into this one, and they are undefeated in those 3 series leading into this one. So you are correct.
Wemby is tired, man.
I'm not listening to that. Nope.
I think. It's not an excuse. I'm just talking ball. I'm just talking what I'm seeing. Wemby's gassed, and he got a tank in him though. Like, Wemby's not like standing around watching because he's tired, sure. But he's tired, and and when you got to guard a guy like Cat, who when he rips through, you're gonna feel that shoulder and then that elbow.
Yeah,
and he's a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a grown man, but he's a kid. You know what I mean? Karl-Anthony Towns is a big, strong,
30. He's 30. He's in his prime. Yeah,
adult. Sounds like an adult swiper. That's what that sounds like.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
that mattered. 8 years is a big gap. That's a big gap.
That's a huge gap. 22 to 30. That is a huge difference as far as that grown man's strength. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, Karl-Anthony Towns.
I thought they did a great job as well. Like, I thought their game plan was excellent. Like on Wemby, in terms of like going at him and making him work. Yeah. Like, and not just letting him off the hook in a way. Like, there's going to be times where he swats your thing at the rim, but the game plan going in on Karl-Anthony Towns, making him work on the 2 first possessions of the game, right? Karl-Anthony Towns gets the ball on the low block, right? Passes to a wide open 3-point, it goes down. The second possession down, Karl-Anthony Towns has him at the top of the key. He's engaged in the action. The first 2 possessions of the game, it leads to a few blow-bys. Jose Alvarado got one when he used the rim as like another protection mechanism. Like, going at Wemby. Going at Wemby. You can't just let him roam and conserve energy in a way as well. I thought the Knicks' game plan of going at him and engaging him the whole night wears him down, and I think it showed in the fourth quarter as well, when he had some possessions where he just looked like he settled because he had no energy left.
And to be fair, Wemby had 11 points and 7 rebounds in the fourth, so like, he showed up. But I do think, to Ox's point, he did look at least gassed. Now, Ox, I counted this by hand yesterday. Karl Anthony Towns blew by Wemby 5 times on drives yesterday. 5.
Right.
Every time he got in his space, he just literally, to your point, Ox, little dip, that little chicken wing right there, strong arm, and then he would do that Euro inside. Now, he only scored 3 times, but again, you scored 3 times on 5 drives versus Wemby.
60%.
That's really good production.
That's good numbers.
That's
good
60%.
numbers.
Ox, I want you to expand.
Go ahead.
Ox, I want you to stay where you were when you were talking about leaning on guys. And can you expand on that a little bit more when you're talking about as a big, like if I got a dude that I got him on the wing and I'm leaning on him, even if I got him on the box, if I'm leaning on him, if I got a big on the wing and I'm roughing him up, like how that can wear on him throughout the course of the game?
Yeah, well, I learned that from ex NBA players who's like, yo, when in the game, don't stand on your own legs. You know what I mean? Like if you got a guy standing next to you anytime in the game, lean on him, let him hold you. Let him hold you. It'll wear on him and save your legs. And just little things like that, just like somebody that big, just like to Swiper's point, when he rips through and he's hitting you, I already thought Wemby was tired last series. So with him stepping up on Cat and then getting blown by and that contact, that's going to continue to wear on him. Like we all know Wemby's not physically as strong as Cat right now. But game 3, game 4, game 5, game 6, game 7, whatever, that's going to be impactful. Like that's going to come back and show its face. And Wemby still, is going to have to find a way to be impactful. I don't think he was very impactful last night. And, I mean, he had, 20, 24,
26.
12?
26, 12, and 3 blocks.
26, 12, and 3 blocks. Like, those are good stats. But
the numbers say a different story than what it looked like on the floor.
I think all of us watched the game, and I don't think he was as impactful as we expect Wemby to be. And I think that has to do with him having to get out there and guard Cat. Now, mind you, Victor Wembanyama is still an amazing defender. We all know this. But when you got to get up and guard instead of roaming around, you don't look like a unanimous DPOY.
Is it fair, Ox, if I say that Karl Anthony Towns was the most important defender on the floor yesterday?
I think he was the most important player on the floor last night.
I do too.
He was elite defensively, Swiper. Like he was elite defensively last night. He made Wemby work. When he was the primary defender, Wemby was 2 of 12 with 4 turnovers. When Cat was his primary defender, and on the glass, like Cat was just a monster.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot
he
to
was
do.
He was a monster.
I also think that has a lot to do with Ox, because like you say he's tired. Like some people will hear that and they'll say that that's an excuse. Well, I am younger. My body, I don't think he's filled out yet. So I do think that he needs to get stronger. I don't think that he's ever going to fill out into David Robinson or Giannis or look like that. No. But I do think that he can get stronger so he can withstand the beating that it takes when you're dealing with a big guy like Cat, when you're dealing with a big guy like, I don't know, Hartenstein, who's leaning on him, right? So when we get late in games, like it ends up wearing on you like it does. And on top of that, it takes away from him, and Maz and I have had this conversation earlier in the year. One of the biggest issues that I've had with him is his ability when he recovers to block shots that hampers his rebounding, because now he gets pushed underneath the basket, and that throws a monkey wrench in what they're trying to do, because now all of them other dudes have to rebound, and we've seen what kind of rebounding team the Knicks are. Like, we haven't even talked about how much of an impact OG Anunoby has. OG Anunoby is the just dude sitting in the corner, sitting right over there at the table going, whenever you need me to get involved in this, I'll get involved in this. Don't you worry about it. And when I do get involved, I'm going to knock down an open shot. I am going to stop Stephon Castle from getting to the rim. I'm going to slow down Dylan Harper. I'm going to do the things that's necessary in order for us to win these basketball games. With that all being said, everybody better than Jalen Brunson until it's time to be better than Jalen Brunson. That's all I got to say about that. Everybody is nicer than if Jalen Brunson can put together these stretches. I don't mean what he does in the playoffs. If Jalen Brunson can be more consistent in the regular season, we'd be talking about him way differently than we do right now. I don't think that that's my opinion. I think that's a fact. If he gave you the consistency that Jason Tatum gives you in the regular season, if he gave you the consistency that Joker has given you in the regular season, we'd be talking about him way different, because he's shown up in the playoffs. He's definitely a playoff riser. Definitely.
Do they need to worry that maybe Jalen Brunson woke up with a stiff knee?
At this juncture of the year, we all beat up. I think we all, and on top of that, to your point, I do understand that, yes, this thing could be something that's an issue, but remember where we are. We're in the NBA Finals. We ain't going up and down in practice. Like, we ain't doing a lot of running around. So a lot of, like, today, for example, like, these guys, we might go and get some shots up, but for the most part, I'm off my feet. I ain't doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not going anywhere. So it's rest, and more rest.
There was the knee injury, and then he had the
And
foot
that-
injury on the land as well. Like, and he's small, so like, obviously that's an issue. But I'm definitely, we're gonna get to Brunson here in a minute, because I definitely want to understand. Like, I've not seen many players like this, y'all, where Brunson was garbage for 3 quarters. Like, objective, like, I think he was 6 of 19 in the first 3 quarters, something like that. Like
5 of 15 he was.
In the first half, he was 5 of 15. I'm saying in the first half he started 1 of 7 chill, and then he shot 40%. I want to say
11
in the
for
second
30.
quarter. 11 for 30, but he had.
I want to say
he
yeah.
He had
12 for
19
31,
points
actually.
in the second half, but he had
Until you
13 of them in the fourth quarter, and he had 5 points in the clutch. And mind you, 2 minutes left in the game. So you remember the Knicks were up 2 in the fourth quarter, and after Wemby made those free throws, or they're up 1. Somehow, Stephon Castle, who had done a great job all night, gets detached from Brunson going across the floor. They don't set like an Iverson screen for him, but it's just like he just kind of rummages across the floor, settles in the corner. They find him for that pop-out 3, bucket, puts him back up 2. We're going to get to De'Aaron Fox here in a little bit. I think it was, did he miss that shot, or was the Wemby turnover? It was one of those plays right there, Mar. I don't know if you can remember.
He missed
Was it Fox miss?
Fox missed the shot, yes.
Okay, so it might have been the Fox miss. And then he comes back down on the other end, and then he gets like this crazy over Devin Vassell, like bink, 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 pump fake, sidestep, fade, bump, nothing but net shot. And it was just like, this dude, he legitimately, he does like morphing time. Chill. Did you watch Power Rangers at all in the early 1990s, like the original ones? Like, when it's time for the game time to be won, bro, like, he turns into a completely different player. Like, and I don't know what it is that makes him like that, but legitimately he was phenomenal in the fourth quarter.
Well, I think that a lot of people don't, or they discount go-to moves. Like, a lot of the great ones have things that they can go to. Like, I can get to this. I heard LaMarcus Aldridge have this conversation. If I got something that I can get to whenever, then I'm always going to be effective. Whether it's my turnaround, Jabal had the sky hook, Lajuan had the dream shake, Dirk Nowitzki had the one-legged fadeaway. It's always something that I can go to. Jalen Brunson always has that one thing that he can go to. He gets to his weak hand, he bumps you with his shoulder, and he makes enough space where he head fakes, bumps you again, and then he's able to crack either the mid-range or the long ball. He always can get to that, and he's effective at that. The other stuff that can get me going into that, these guys that we deal with now, they don't have that. Like Wemby doesn't have something that he can go to consistently and be that much of a force. Like, we're waiting for Wemby to catch a lob and dunk the basketball. We're waiting for Wemby to get a putback or something like that. We can't draw something up for Wemby, to Ox's point, as a 2-guard on the wing. Like, why are we drawing something up for Wemby at the 2-guard spot? Wemby, there's a reason why he went 40 and 20 against the Oklahoma City Thunder in game 1. 17 of his 25 shots were dunks or layups. That's where we are with him. If we're going to have this dude shooting nine threes and only making 2 of them, what else can you go to? Because if you only go into that, then you're not going to be nearly as effective as Jalen Brunson.
You saw he only got that, he only got one of those through the lane dunks when Mitchell Robinson came up on him too close. He hit him with the jab.
And he cheated too far left. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I think it was too far right.
And
I think.
Well, no, it was never. Wemby drove left, and there was that pound dribble, and there was like a one-handed.
Right. So when he jabbed, that's the only clean to the rim dunk that I can remember. So they were just up on him. But real quick though, chill. Don't let Swiper play with you like that. Like you was in your early 20s, late teens watching Power Rangers.
Why not?
I was not.
No, but I think the way in which the Knicks won yesterday was important too, I felt, because I think they know that, hey, if this game is close, we have maybe the best closer in the league in our corner. And Brunson was so special in the fourth. And Swiper, I think to your point, his scoring makeup is so unique, man. Like, he's got the herky-jerky. He's got a great change of pace. He's got a tight handle. He uses his body masterfully. He has counters to counters. And then he's got like the deceptive, like quick first step. And then you combine that with like the very high quality shot making. there was a video that came out recently a few days ago where like Davion Mitchell was talking about how to guard him. And he said like he was one of the top 3 hardest covers in the league because he always finds a way to just get where he wants. And I think that like that play that sealed the game, Swiper, when Brunson drives right, he stops, changes direction through the legs. Then he goes to like a spin back to his right hand. Then there's a body bump into Vassell. There's a hesitation pump fake. And then he's fading away and then hitting, like his shot is right at the apex over Vassell, who's way longer than him. There's just no answer for that. So I think like as a scorer, there's just not many answers for a guy like Brunson, man. And then you combine that with like the competitive will he has, the ability to turn up in the fourth quarter in big moments. And like he's made of some of that stuff that like people loved Kobe for, that people loved Mike for. Like Brunson's got some of that stuff in him, man. And it's a powerful thing for the Knicks to have.
I also think it's incredible, Swipe, of where we are today and where we are or where we were, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago. Mars, if I told you a year and a half ago when the Kings told Mike Brown, like, yo, we good, my man. Thank you very much. We appreciate it, but we good. That a year and a half from now, he's going to be coaching a master class in the playoffs. Would you have bought that? Because I know for a fact that I wouldn't have bought that. No, I would not have. No, I think he's been doing a great job with this New York Knicks.
I liked Mike Brown.
I've always liked him.
I'm not going to act like I know why the Kings fired him, but I didn't think he was a bad coach. I didn't look at his teams and be like, oh, yeah, that coach don't know what he's doing. I thought he was good. I just think the Kings got rid of him, and I think the Knicks came up and got a really good coach. Now, I didn't expect them to be in the finals based on what I was seeing in the regular season, but I'm not surprised. Like, what I'm seeing in the playoffs is what I thought I would see in the regular season. So this doesn't surprise me in terms of the way they're playing. And I think Mike Brown has shown that he's been a good coach for like 2 decades now. Yeah. Like at some point we just go, good coach. Like that's what he is. So yeah, I'm not that surprised. Yeah.
And you're not a big coach guy, Mars, so that's noteworthy.
How many finals?
I mean, I'm kind of, if I watch a team and they don't play trash, usually their coach isn't trash.
All of them.
Like usually. Like I'm not saying I know
the
everything
Warriors.
Mike Brown is involved in, but I've never seen a Mike Brown team play bad basketball.
Right.
And I think
imagine.
Well, he got blamed for that Lakers fiasco, but that wasn't his fault.
Oh, I mean, I guess, I forgot he was a coach for the Lakers.
Imagine getting
Mike
your
Brown,
coach
he's
fired and then requesting a trade.
Wait. What, Ox? What? Say it again.
Niggas, man, what's wrong with dudes?
Imagine what?
Like, damn it, what's wrong with dudes? Like, imagine Imagine getting your coach fired.
Yeah.
And then requesting the trade right after.
Oh, you talking about Foxy?
That's just not cool.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do, man.
So Swiper, to answer your question, so he was on that. He was the head man of that Cavs group in 07. Yep. He was an assistant in 17. He was an assistant in 18 and 19 with the Warriors. Yep. He was on their bench in 22 too.
Mm-hmm. So that's
Warriors, 5. The Warriors
so
staff give him a lot of credit for their defensive stuff in those years.
Mm-hmm.
And
he was known as like a defensive specialist. Too. Yeah.
And then what happened is
Kings and everything changed. All of a sudden, he's an offensive mastermind. So.
Yeah, well, that's because he had like nothing but offensive, defensive sheaves on this team that couldn't play any defense. So he was like, let's just have the best offense of all time, and he did that. But
Jordy had a little bit to do. Jordy had a little bit to do with that too, though.
He was also on their bench in 2003 when the Spurs won the championship too.
He's 4-2 in the finals. Yeah, that the record.
So with the Spurs, that's 1-1 with Cleveland, and then 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, 1, 2. 5. Yeah, that's 5 of them. So with the Spurs, 1. Yeah. The Warriors, 1, 2, 4. I'm sorry, 4.
Yes, because he lost in 19 and then 1 in 22.
4 of them. I'm sorry, 4.
4 and 2 is incredible.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joe.
I thought he did a great job yesterday with his rotations and when to use Jose Alvarado.
Yep.
I thought he did a great job at that. I thought he did a great job.
Yo, guards matter. You got to have multiple guards.
100% matter. Yes, they do. The one that was the most notable for me, Damian, was when he pulled Cat in the third, late in the third, when he had those 3 fouls. Yeah. I thought that was huge because we had a nip and tuck game where the Knicks were getting back in the game. So the fact that he had the know-how to pull him and to have the confidence in Mitchell Robinson, who ended up giving them great minutes down the stretch of that third quarter. right? I thought that was great coaching from him. Great
Hey,
coaching.
and then
Great
Yeah, I
thought-
substitutions last night, and
Yes.
then for him to keep. And I don't know how regular, like if Mike Brown, like you know how we talked about it last week, how it's like a coach will have their set rotation and just stick with
Yep.
it no matter what.
You mean like
know,
Tibbs?
but- yeah, you know, and it's like for him to sit Jalen Brunson out and keep him rested for that last 7-minute stretch for the fourth quarter. I like that too.
Yeah.
He pulled OG early in the first two. You know, just his rotations were decent, and I'm pretty sure Jalen Brunson going out when he did, I'm pretty sure that kind of shook some things up, and he had to react to it. But he did a great job reacting and just not panicking.
You know the thing is too, Ox, and this is why I think GMs get this messed up as somebody who's obviously living this every day and talking to, about GMs and, front offices. You can't never have enough insurance policies. Even if you don't think you need Jose Alvarado, you don't know you need him until you need him. And they needed him yesterday in game 1 of the NBA Finals. We just needed another ball handler. We needed somebody who could defend. We needed somebody who is savvy with the basketball and who can at least score 2 points or not give up 6 points over a 47-second stretch. That's all we need. And that's what you got Jose for.
Is that a shot at?
He just hated on Jordan McLaughlin.
I was about to ask
and
you.
he was
I was
terrible.
about to ask you. Like,
Jose is better than Jordan McLaughlin by a lot.
What's the gap? What is the gap? Swipe
No, I'm not being gaslit. I'm not being
Why are you
gaslit.
taking shots at
Hey,
Jordan?
hey,
I'm not being gaslit.
What is the gap
Jordan
between the
McLaughlin,
two, Swiper?
I watched him
What's
with
the
the Wolves. He was the third point guard that didn't play much with the Wolves years ago. He is not one of those players at all. Matter of fact, that's like the Nuggets. Who won with the Nuggets? Mars, and he played 14 teams in his career. 2023. What was his name?
Ish Smith.
Ish Smith.
It's
Like he's closer to Ish than he is to Jose
Okay,
Alvarado.
no, Jordan McLaughlin is worse than Ish Smith.
So that's what I'm saying. Here's Jordan
Hold
McLaughlin.
on, wait a second.
Jose.
Ish Smith is better than Jose Alvarado too.
I don't think so. But like I'm saying that like they're closer together than this person is.
Respect Ish Smith.
But like,
You know what I
seeing
did like though?
Jose-
Speaking of Jose Alvarado,
seeing Jose is
I
crazy.
did like that. I did like
Seeing-
that back and forth. That little stretch with him and
Champagne. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I did like that.
Yeah.
Champagne when he won. I like that.
I mean, that shows to me that the stage isn't. That shows to me that the stage isn't that big. That's what that shows me. That in the end, this is the NBA championship, but this is basketball, right? And we can talk to each other. We can make this a competition. I'm not just gonna worry too much about it being the NBA Finals. No, I'm gonna bust your ass, and I'm gonna let you know about it. Yeah, I could get with that.
By,
Yeah.
by the way,
I could
I just
definitely
want y'all to realize this too. One thing about Mike Brown that he did yesterday, I thought was so great. So at the end of the fourth quarter yesterday, the Knicks had kind of surrendered a little bit of their lead. They were up 8. They looked like they were having a little bit of success. They had a couple bad possessions, and it got within 5. It got within 5 with 4:50 left, and Mitchell Robinson was in the game. So this is after Victor Wembanyama made that pull-up 3. I don't know if y'all remember that when he made the 3 right before after the 5-minute mark.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike Brown called a timeout. Immediately got Karl Anthony Towns in there, and I'm not gonna lie, he didn't just put him in there because of his offense, and that way you can have a little bit more options on the other end, but defensively as well and on the glass. Because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, brother, I was hyper focused on first watch chill. I'm like watching the paint chill.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, Cat is grabbing Victor from behind him. He's like wrapping his arm around Victor because Victor's trying to do that like reach over you, tip the ball up thing over Karl. So Karl's like holding on for dear life, fighting for the basketball. Karl was getting one-handed rebounds like with his arm wrapped around Vic, like bodega, and winning possessions.
And the refs were letting
crazy.
they were letting Victor get away with a lot of stuff down there too. 2-hand pushes in the chest, 2-hand pushes in the back, a lot of stuff. And to Karl Anthony Towns' credit, he didn't go crying to the refs. He just kept fighting. You know what I mean? I like to see it. Josh Hart got in there and got busy with Cat. Well, that was a hell of a basketball game. This is what we asked for a game 1. I don't give a damn who would have won game 1. That's the type of game we asked for. Just gritty, tough basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
We talked about Mike Brown. We talked about Mike Brown pushing the right buttons yesterday. I thought Mitch Johnson actually had a pretty poor game, and they had this weird situation where Keldon Johnson only plays 8 minutes. It feels like Mike Brown was a bit more prepared than Mike Brown was more prepared than Mitch Johnson. And then you got the conundrum where Dylan Harper has a historic first quarter, y'all, and then they're not finishing the game with Dylan Harper on the floor. Julian Champagny gives you as good of a first half as he can give you with 5 3-pointers, and in the second half they rarely are drawing up anything for him or touching the paint enough to get him open. Like, not finishing the game with Harper for me was like one of the biggest mistakes, especially when it was close, because I thought that where the game really got opened up was like there was 8 minutes left and OG had Wemby on an island in front of the Spurs bench. And he cracked that 3 to put them up 5, and then they sort of went on a run. But like there was, the jab and then the rise up, but I know Swiper, you feel a certain way, but not having Dylan Harper in the game then when he was rolling, to me was like the biggest mistake of the night. And it's honestly, I think that like this is the NBA Finals. There has to be a sense of urgency. I'm inserting Dylan Harper in the starting lineup game 2, man.
Let me ask you this,
like straight up.
Chill, do you for you though, because you are our senior basketball mind, because obviously playing basketball at Utah State and then all the series you watched, all of them. And so you've been tapped in with your cousin, like, so you're in many ways even more than Damian and I involved in like the NBA process in some ways, like over the years. Chill. Is it when you get in those moments, you have a max player, he's making the most money on our roster, Chill. We traded for him. He's supposed to be our closer. He obviously won Clutch Player of the Year a couple years ago. He's had phenomenal performances in the regular season, some really good playoff games, and the 7 games that he played, obviously with the Kings. Chill. In those moments, is it just like he's our most paid player? He's also one of our locker room leaders. Like, our players look to him for leadership, but he's playing like garbage. But I don't want to put a rookie in over the locker room leader and the person that is like making the most money on the team. Is it as simple as that? Was it more like not even a negative thing? Was it just like the politics of De'Aaron is our leader and like he's makes the most money on our roster, we can't turn away from him and go to Harper? Or do you feel like it was just like I just missed it? I should have made the transition, but I just didn't make it.
I think it's the latter more than it is the former, off the strength that the former is more of a regular season thing. The former is more of contract incentives and things like that, where we got to make sure that we get him a certain amount of minutes. When we're in the playoffs, we're in the NBA championship, we're trying to win. Yeah. That's what we're trying to do. So the fact that I'm playing you a certain amount of minutes, that really doesn't matter. The fact that I'm worried about losing you, that really doesn't matter at this point, because we're trying to win. We're trying to win this game to get ourselves an advantage in the series. I saw it in 1994 when Rudy Tomjanovich went to Sam Cassell over Mario Elie. And I saw it when he went to Sam Cassell over Kenny Smith. I saw it when Gary Payton came in the game for Jason Williams in 2006 in the Eastern Conference Championship, where he was closing games. Like, this happens off the strength that we're in the playoffs. We're deep into the playoffs. We're trying to win games. I do concern myself, Damian, with losing Fox. But I think that he's a vet and he knows enough that he recognizes if I'm killing us and somebody else is going to help us, get him in here. He's not one of those guys that's going to go over there and sulk. And no, if I'm killing us and he helping us more, get him on the floor. Absolutely. Especially if that means we're going to win.
Absolutely.
And I think people go too I agree with you, Chill, and I think people go too far where they're like, Fox can't see the floor. I don't agree with that, because at a minimum, he's drawing one of the best defenders as a baseline. So sometimes that does help Castle. Yeah, sometimes that does help, Harper when you're on the floor at the same time. So, but I agree though, like if someone's got it going, I think Fox himself would be like, this guy, especially when like he's not 100% right. So I think especially with that wrinkle as well in consideration, you got to go with Harper if he's rolling, man.
But Damian, I can appreciate the logic that he's not 100%, but I'm watching him. The shots that he normally makes, he's still getting to those shots. He's still getting to the mid post. Sure. Like, he's still getting downhill and he's putting his feet in the paint. The Knicks have actively made him a long ball shooter. The Knicks are saying we are going to live with that. And as you guys know, De'Aaron Fox isn't the best long ball shooter. In fact, he's not even a decent long ball shooter. He's a below average long ball shooter at best. So if you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us cracking the long ball. Where he is at his best, which is in the mid post, getting downhill, getting to the rim. Like, he's getting those shots. It's just his shot has gone away. I think that's interesting that just happened. But Damian, I wanted to get back to something that you said about Keldon Johnson. Well, when you got a guy who's a dirty work guy like Keldon Johnson, then you got a better dirty work guy over here. What I'm ultimately doing now is I'm rotating other dirty work guys because I can't stick with him. Josh Hart is out dirty working Keldon Johnson. That's the problem we having right now, right? So with him out dirty working him, then what are my other options in terms of the margins? Because Mars and I have spoken plenty of times about the margins. When I got a guy that's giving me 15 rebounds, that the 5 steals, I mean, that's just on the that's just in the box score. That doesn't talk about how much he was disrupting, how much of a ball handler that he was. Keldon Johnson is one of those players who, if he isn't doing the dirty work stuff, why is he on the floor? Swiper, you had made it clear to me how Keldon Johnson, I want to say the Oklahoma City series. Was he the Oklahoma City series?
In the first 4.5 games.
He looked like he was unplayable. Why is he out here? Like if he's not doing the stuff that's necessary in terms of dirty work stuff, there's no because he's not a long ball shooter in the aspect that you're looking for him, like you're drawing up stuff for him. He's not a one-on-one guy. He's a margins guy. So if there's somebody that's doing more of that than him, and they're completely dominating him, then we got to find somebody else to do something else. I think that's the counter that I have.
That's why he went to. He actually had to go to Harrison Barnes chill, and then Harrison Barnes had a moment where he was wide open on the wing, and it looked like he was scared to shoot the ball. So it was like they just had nothing from their bench as well. I don't know if it's going to be. Yeah,
been in the finals since 2016, and we know what happens in 2016.
We've seen that movie before, haven't we, Mars?
Been there in a while.
Yeah, we've seen that movie. I don't care how many times you rewind.
And this is not a Mars. We always say that like it's not bigger than one possession for anything, but this possession right here for me, Mars was like that. This is the moment for me. Fox has a chance.
Step through?
No, Brunson right before this had made that 3, but then Brunson makes the jumper after this. But this is De'Aaron Fox's only real field goal attempt in the fourth quarter, Mars. The only one he took. He took another one that was like a push shot to Victor Wembanyama, but it hit the rim, so they counted it as a jumper. He took one shot in this quarter. This is Foxy's shot, Mars. They brought him here for this, and once he missed it, Mars, if you remember, he misses the shot, but then he fouls on the other end.
Yeah, he fouls Mikal,
late shot clock, Mars. So is that just? I mean, would you not assume that this is what your veterans are supposed to do, even if you missed this shot, which is fine, that happens. But the foul on the other end for me, Mar, that was really the egregious one. Like you could miss a jumper, but an unnecessary late shot clock foul, I feel like that kind of swung the game a little bit.
Yeah, he compounded the mistake. I mean, that was kind of like a litany of error. Like the reason Brunson got that 3 is because you're letting Brunson get a tip out on an offensive rebound, which is like, respectfully, he's 6 foot. Like, get the rebound. So you can't, especially in this late game situation, you're up 1. You can't allow Jalen Brunson to get his team an extra possession. And then it leads to the wide open 3. And then De'Aaron misses that, and then he fouls. Like, those 3 things all in a row, that can lose you a game. So the Spurs got to do better. But shout out to Brunson. Being like your team's best player or best scorer or whatever, and then still being able to like put yourself on the offensive glass and try to generate your team extra possessions, like that's a big deal. Like that's something that like Shea in the last series against the Spurs just didn't do that. And I'm not saying Brunson's better than Shea, but like I can count on maybe one hand how many offensive rebounds Shea had in the playoffs.
Was it game 7 that he did that he got the offensive rebound in, or was it? Could remember he did get one of those, and then it was lit out to a 3. But to your point though, like
JB got another offensive rebound. I think
he got one of his own miss in the first quarter. Yeah, he got one of his own miss in the. He had 2,
and that was
in this
paint.
Game.
Yeah, that was in the paint. And he got the bucket off of it too.
Like, it's little things like that. Like when you have your best player who's willing. Yeah, Shea didn't have an offensive rebound against the Spurs until game 7. Like not one. And like,
what is that though, Mark?
Shots not when
is that the coverages you're saying he can't get to the rim anyway? You're shooting jumpers.
I mean, I don't think that's the. I mean, when Shea's off the ball, crashing from the corner, like that's just like something that players just do, and it's not a scheme thing with OKC because they crash from the corners. Shea just didn't. It's also just following up your own shot like Brunson did in the first half. If you do miss, following it up because especially when you're a scorer of that caliber, when you're missing where it's going. Like, you know, if you're missing left, you know, if you're missing right, you know, if you're missing short, whatever, like you can feel it off your hands. So you should be able to track it with some degree of accuracy to like at least give yourself a chance or a tip out or whatever. And then it's also just like, it's motor, it's desire. Do you want to try and generate your team extra opportunities? And Brunson did. Like Brunson, like his shot wasn't falling, but he tried to do other things to help like keep his team afloat while it wasn't going, and then he got it going at the end. So I want to give Brunson credit for that, because you wouldn't expect Brunson to leave a game, any game.
What I do
with
know,
2 offensive rebounds, you just wouldn't expect that.
What I do know, Ox, is I don't work in that department, but hey, once in a while, you know, I'll go up to the 5th floor and see Honey, see how she doing, then say hi to her.
But
you know,
in
I don't work up there though. I don't work up there. And when I'm up there, it's some people that's up there like, what you doing up here? Hey, don't worry about me. I ain't gonna be here long. Don't you worry about me, because I don't work in this department. But hey, once in a while, I'll sneak up there and, you know, knock on the door and say hello. How you doing? Absolutely.
Joe, are you really saying no in Ox? Is it just that like sometimes players are too pretty when they play, and Brunson just by any means necessary? Is that the difference with Brunson? It's just like I don't care how it looks, I don't care how I'm shooting, I don't care what it costs. Maybe the reason that why Brunson in the 4th quarter is a different dude is like, it doesn't need to be pretty. It can be as ugly as it needs to be, but I'm going to get the job done.
Some
I think he's just fearless.
Some people are too busy modeling draws for Kim Kardashian.
He's a dog.
You know what I mean?
That's
how it be sometimes.
This is so nasty right here.
I just think Brunson's fearless. That's all it is.
Hoopers, man.
Who got Kim Kardashian draws commercials?
Donovan Mitchell.
SGA and them, the Skims.
Just so we clear, Josh Hart is modeling draws too, but he'll do the dirty work stuff. He'll also do that too. So yeah, I just think Brunson's fearless. I think he trusts the work he puts in. It's just like that I could get with.
He'll fall on his sword. It's like every shot he takes, he feels. I'm not saying every shot is comfortable for him, but he trusts the work he puts in to where he can make it. He'll live with the results of his own failure. I think that's just where he'll live with, like, if he goes out shooting and he just doesn't make shots, I think he'll live with the results because he trusts the work he puts in.
Mars, did you see the clip I posted from Brunson walking out of the tunnel with the Sicario music behind it?
I may have watched the clip. I don't watch clips with audio though, so I definitely didn't hear them.
Bro, I think a lot goes into, to be honest with you, Mars, and you just brought up a really interesting point. A lot goes into a guy saying, keep it close and I'll end it, and being able to do that. Like when you talk about trusting the work, when you're talking about like falling on your sword and saying, I'm going to get us there as long as you guys keep it close. I don't have to do all the heavy lifting throughout the entirety of the game. I'll get busy. But if you keep it close, it reminds me vividly of, it reminds me of Dirk Nowitzki in the 2011 finals. Keep it close, I'll end it. And I think that
time out. No. I want to clear this up real quick. Chill. They're saying like, pause. No, remember, chill. Brunson, Josh Hart said about Brunson, he's the best player inch for inch in the sport.
What's the problem?
Remember he said that?
Yeah. What's the problem?
Yeah, that's what he said. I'm saying I was quoting Josh Hart.
Would you rather say pound for pound? Would you rather say that? I mean, give me a break.
But his teammate said that. Chill. He said inch for inch.
What the hell? I mean, what's the problem? I don't understand what the issue
is. Anyway, back to what you were saying.
As I was saying, Miles, I think that a lot goes in. I think a lot can be said about a guy in terms of being a player who, when we get into the meat and potatoes of the game, you guys rely on me to get this done. And more times than not, I get it done, especially in the space that we're in now, where we're trying to win the NBA championship, and they rely on him to get it done. We'll keep it close. It was amazing how Cat would just get out the way. I'm not a big, Mars, you know, I'm not a big fan of these high pick and roll screens when you're 35 feet away from the basket, because it invites the blitz and invites double teams and things like that. I'm not a huge fan of that. But it was incredible to me how when Jalen Brunson would come get the basketball, how everybody, there was still some action going on, but they knew what it was. Like, this is our closer. I'm here if you need me, but this is the guy who's going to close the game for us. This is the guy who's going to get it done for us at the end, and we're here for that. I mean, I think it says, and he does it. I think it says a lot about what type of player and what type of caliber player he is.
Yeah, shouts. We got a lot.
And Mike Brown said that though. Mike Brown said that at the end of the game, like, he's our guy. Like, we're going to go with him. And at the end of the game, chill, there was a possession, I think, with like a minute left. They completely like cleared the floor for him to go one-on-one. That was at I think it was maybe that Vassell. Because like you said, they trust him, but he just got competitive heart, man. He just got hard. And sometimes you can't teach it in a guy. That's what he has, man. At the end of the day, he just wants to like master.
You know what else you can't
teach? He's a dog.
You know what else you can't teach?
What's that?
Ball knowledge. Shout out to Splash Sports, y'all. The NBA is all the way heated up, all the way turned up. And the NBA finals are here, and now is your chance to get in on the action. Quick Fix on Splash Sports is the DFS game you've been waiting for. This isn't you versus some algorithm or the sports book. It's you versus other fans. Real competition, real skill, and the playing field is completely level, which means you get bigger payouts and more ways to win. Just your picks against theirs. Now, last night, I don't know what y'all did on Splash Sport, but if you follow me, you was cooking, and I told you who to take the more with. Now, remember, guys, Quick Picks on Splash Sport is the only DFS game where you're playing against other players and not the house. Now, what does that mean? You don't need a perfect entry to cash, get more picks right than your opponents, and you're walking away with money. One wrong call doesn't kill you. And Splash has the highest multipliers in DFF, up to 50-time multipliers, 6-leg entries. Now, why would you play anywhere else? You're essentially leaving money on the table anytime you play the other guy's app. Now, are you ready to compete? Use code CHOICE on Splash Sport and get a free $50 deposit when you play your first $5. That's right, a free $50 deposit when you play your first $5. The link is in the description. Let's see what you're made of. All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Let's get to it. We got to make our splash picks. And Brother Ox, as another and a fellow WNBA enjoyer, we have a great game tonight. We got the Atlanta Dream at 6-2 looking mean versus the Indiana Fever. Ox, is there anything that you're feeling confident about tonight?
Yeah, what's show me Ryan Howard, please.
Ryan Howard. Let's see, get to Ryan Howard. Here we go. So Ryan Howard, you got 3.5 rebounds, 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists, or 17.5 points.
How many PRA?
So 25.5 PRA.
Oh yeah, give me the more on that, please. More on that, please.
All right, bet. Taking
I'll
more
take
Ryan Howard.
Super large glass of Ryan Howard today.
Shout out. Chill, how you feeling?
Good morning, sir. I was wondering if I could have a large glass of Aaliyah Boston, please. Thank you very much.
See, Aaliyah Boston. Let's see. We got 7.5 rebounds, 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists, and 15.5 points, Chill.
I'll take the more on those rebounds. I think she's a glass cleaner. I think she's going to do a great job. I know how Ox feels about Ryan Howard, but I mean, about who he just picked. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ryan Howard. Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Howard. I just think that Aaliyah Boston, she's just been really great this season as a glass cleaner. So I'm going to take the more on her.
All right, bet. Yeah, definitely taking Aaliyah Boston. Damian, Mars, you got one that you want to go with?
Who's playing?
So this is
the Dream.
Yeah, the Dream
Caitlin
versus
Clark's
the Fever.
line? What's Caitlin Clark's line?
Well, she's a game time decision right now. She's kind of on this, but it doesn't. If she's out, she's out. But you can still.
The only teams I watch are the Wings. So
okay,
outside of that, I'm not really tapped in for.
What's your motivation with watching the Wings, Miles? What's going on there?
Paige is an amazing basketball player.
Ah, okay. So that's your. I can get with that. Sure. All right.
I like the 3-pointers there, though, Swiper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 3-pointers. So we got 2.5 made. More.
Mm-hmm.
She definitely gonna get him up. She's been chucking it.
Is a super large glass of Sophie Cunningham available?
Oh, let's see. We super large glass of milk of Sophie Cunningham. Yeah, we got 8.5 points. How you feel about that?
Oh, this is Angel Reese team that playing?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll take the more on Sophie as well, please.
Okay, more on Sophie.
We get Angel Reese rebounds. Is that a thing? Can we get Angel Reese rebounds?
Yeah, she got 11.5 rebounds.
Yeah, more.
Okay, all right. She's hit that the last 2 games. I'm going to go with the best player of the team this year. And I know I said this last year trolling or 2 years ago trolling, but I legitimately
nobody was trolling. I've been trying to tell y'all about.
No,
fact.
I don't think it's a troll. I think most people who watch the Fever would probably come to the same conclusion.
Yeah, she is. No, I mean, but I'm saying March confidently, been the best player on the team this year. And shout out to her.
So then why would you think I was trolling?
No, because 2 years ago you were clearly trolling. I'm going 19.5.
Clearly new basketball
for Kelsey Mitchell. This is going to be a great night at WNBA. We have Ryan Howard more 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. We got 7.5 rebounds for Aaliyah Boston. We got Caitlin Clark 2.5 threes made. Sophie Cunningham 8.5 points scored. Andrew Reese 11.5 rebounds, and then we got Kelsey Mitchell MVP candidate right now, 19.5 points more. And y'all know what time it is on Splash Sports.
I hate when it comes to this W shit, and I'll be trying to tell y'all shit so far in advance, and then I just get cursed out for it. And then it all comes to fruition. Like,
y'all,
I told y'all.
That's no. What you're not going to do, you're not going to lie on your brother.
What you're not going to do is cut me off when I'm trying to make a point. That's what you're not going to do. I told y'all before the girl even got to the W. Yeah, she's a really good basketball player. She's a really good basketball player. She can't guard her shadow, and if she's not hitting 30-foot threes, she's almost ineffective. Y'all said she's the best passer in the WNBA. The only reason she's not averaging 20 assists is because her teammates can't catch the ball. I said, all right, bro, fine.
Is she the best passer in the league?
No.
I mean,
no. Chelsea Gray's in the WNBA.
Chelsea Gray's a better passer than her. Yes, she is.
Everything that goes.
Chelsea Gray's a better passer than Caitlin Clark. Yes,
I don't know if she's a better passer.
Yo,
okay, you don't.
Matter of fact, what we need
I'm tripping if I say that rookie on the Lynx is a better passer. I'm tripping.
Olivia.
Olivia.
Yeah, I'm tripping if I say she a better passer.
And Olivia gets busy in transition too, and in the half court. So all I'm saying is, no, I don't know all. I don't know everything. But, like, when I'm right, I'm right. And when I told y'all about Caitlin Clark, y'all tried to say, you're trying to gatekeep basketball. You don't know everything. Like, all right, bro, just watch. Everything that's going on today with Caitlin Clark, her throwing up her hands, about to get Stephanie White fired because she doesn't want to guard anybody, getting subbed out for Raven Johnson, losing to the Portland Fire, like, with 6 points. I told y'all this shit was going to happen, and no.
Do you, Ox, and again, this is not to be controversial at all. This is really basketball opinion. Do you think Olivia Miles should have been number 1 overall draft, even though they had Paige already?
No, I think Lauren Betts should have been the number 1 pick.
Okay.
But if not, then Olivia. Yeah, Olivia's clearly better than.
I think AZ's been good though. Like,
I don't think AZ's been bad. I don't think she ever will be bad. I just think Olivia is better, and I think Lauren would have been a good fit. For Dallas as well, but I mean, AZ, like you, I don't think that was the wrong pick. I think that was a fine pick.
She doesn't miss. I mean, that's kind of the allure, right? She just doesn't miss. So
AZ Fo was a fine draft pick. I don't think that was a bad pick at all. I wouldn't have picked her, but I think that was still a really good pick.
Shouts.
There was a lot of good players in this draft. A lot of good players.
They just need a Rike to start looking like Kyrie again. I don't know what the fuck she been doing.
Kyrie.
Yeah.
Where did you get Kyrie?
Like 2 years ago?
Without the handle? Yeah, sure. Without the handle. Yeah, that's definitely Enrique. Shout out to Enrique. She wishes she could dribble the ball like that. Shout out to her. And Kyrie's way more efficient, by the way. Shout out to Enrique though. Shout out to Enrique. No, I'm not at all. I'm sorry. I've been here for a minute, brother. But you were right about Caitlin Clark to a degree. I will say, both of y'all. I think she's a good player. But brother, chill. She's on the floor defensively. Oh my gosh!
Remember, y'all.
What is it though? Is it she?
I tried to tell y'all she's not even better than Sabrina, and she's not.
I was never.
Is it just a maturity thing? Like, what is it with Caitlin though? Is it just she's just going through it, maturity wise, or is like this is who she is, or what is it?
Well, she's coming back off the injury, so number 1 last year, obviously. But again, I think her play style. It's not that people have caught up. I don't want to say that at all. But when she shoots so many high difficult shots, and she turns the ball over as well. So it's almost like a little bit of Russell Westbrook, like late Russ. Like if she's shooting a lot and not making them, and she's turning the ball over, but then you got Kelsey who's getting to it, Aaliyah's getting to it this year. They're just a really good team. They don't really need her to do all that. And to the
she's
point,
very Trae Young adjacent. That's what she's very Trae Young.
You got to remember what they did without her last
and entitled as well.
When Kelsey can just play basketball, that's it right there. There's this clear sense of entitlement when you have people that don't watch the sport just coming from everywhere because ESPN threw her on every segment they could, and now people that don't know shit about basketball are coming from all over talking about she's making it, she made the WNBA popular, blah blah blah, and she's hearing this, and she was a hell of a player at Iowa. Don't get me wrong, like she had a hell of a run in college, but this is not college. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that's what y'all, once again, we're saying I was gatekeeping because I was saying, well, these people don't even watch basketball. A lot of them are using this as a political thing between her and Angel. You know what I'm saying? It turns into a lot of off the court stuff. Like, she's not who y'all thought she was. She's still a good basketball player, though. She's a really good basketball player. I think she's in a rut right now. I think she's battling back from that groin situation and all that. And those are hard injuries to come back from. But y'all got to remember, Paige got hurt in college.
She did tear her knee up. Yes, she did do that. Yes, she did.
That's all I'm saying. Like everybody knew who was the one, and so this isn't like
she's
just
really
some
good,
new
man.
Stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying?
She was the Gatorade Player of the Year. She was the best player in college basketball. Yeah, all
she was better than Caitlin Clark until she tore her knee.
She was better than everybody.
I've been on that side. I was saying Paige better than Caitlin.
She's really good, man.
Paige, y'all got to remember too. It wasn't just her, and now obviously I know she's been getting waived and stuff. But back in those days, it was Paige and Haley. Like,
that was going on. That was 100% going on.
Caitlin was still a good player, but she, you know what I'm saying, kind of came out of nowhere, which is cool. You know, you can blossom your sophomore, junior, even senior year of college and be a great basketball player. But this was Paige.
Caitlin fried her though in the Final Four though. Caitlin's completely.
Absolutely.
Caitlin fried her.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yes, she did.
And Loki just left her out there to drown.
I couldn't believe she did that. That was worse. I'm almost willing to say it was worse than what Atkinson did with James Harden. I'm almost willing to go that far. That she just left her out there to die. Yeah, I'm almost willing to say that.
They just watched Haley get abused.
Like she destroyed her in that. But I mean, yeah, she's still leading the league in assists. You know, she's still averaging 20 a game.
She's averaging like 5 turnovers.
She's averaging the most turnovers in the league per game.
She is averaging the most turnovers in the league.
She's Trae Young in Indiana.
That's what I'm saying. She's very Trae Youngish. Like the shot selection, the fact that they can't score inside the arc, the fact that they turn the ball over a bunch, but they get a lot.
Trae Young has a better handle, though.
Trae Young can go left. So you know,
is it because of the offense though? And what I'm not going to say it's not her. I'm not going to say that because I think that Aaliyah Boston need to be more involved in the game. If I'm being honest, I think that they need to involve her a lot more in the game than they do. I mean, they involve her in the game. I don't think she gets enough quick hits, right? A lot of stuff because Aaliyah Boston. Watching her, I don't think we give her enough credit as the transition big she is. Like, she run the floor with some of the best of them, and I don't think she's involved in the game as much as she is, as much as she should be. I'm thinking, should the offense, maybe we need to get the ball out of Caitlin's hands as much as she has it. That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, she's probably the best offensive engine on the team still, even though a lot of people use the assists for that. I don't really use the assists because Kelsey Mitchell is an off-ball player. That's like people act like they don't have elite offense when Kelsey Mitchell is on the floor. They do. It's just that she plays pitch and catch with Aaliyah or some of the bigs and stuff like that, and then she'll, pass and chase and whatnot and play dribble handoff games. But the one thing that I can't stand about Caitlin Clark is her fans. They can't just say they were wrong. Everybody had Caitlin Clark or deemed Caitlin Clark to be this. I mean, there were some arguments saying like, oh, she's going to be the best player in the W as soon as she lands in the W. That was going on.
That wasn't real.
Is she the best player in the?
I mean, I wasn't real women's basketball fans, but
I'm saying but now it's gotten to the point to where all they do now is just try to blame everything else around her. But what killed that argument was last year. Your team was a game away from the finals without you. So you can't go around saying that this whole team is dependent on Caitlin Clark. Kelsey Mitchell was a top 5 MVP candidate without you. So you can't go around saying, like you tried to do your rookie year, oh, we made Kelsey Mitchell. What was Kelsey Mitchell doing before I got over here? Yada, yada, yada. You were just wrong. She's not as good as you thought she was. She's inefficient. She doesn't have a great handle. She can't score inside the arc. She can't guard a soul. And now you want to blame the coach. You want to blame the teammates. You want to say she's not getting used right. No, she's just not the player you thought she was.
Do you think she needs to come back from the injury though? Like, would you give it to is that holding her back a little bit from, because her rookie year she shot 53% from 2. Now she's shooting 45%. So like obviously that's a massive drop off. Do you think that's the difference at all?
I mean, I guess she's still in.
Yeah,
New
I
York
think
today
that
right
might
now.
play a part in it. I also think it's teams figured out she can't go left.
How is that possible? If you're the lead guard and you lead the league in assists, you can't use your weekend. What the hell is going on?
That's sorry, Chill. That's
You
just
go ask
nuts.
her, like, isn't it? I mean,
Ox, how
I
big is
watched her, like,
the
4
jump?
times. It
Though?
wasn't hard to figure out. Like, she can't go left.
How big is the jump from college basketball to the WNBA? Ox?
It's huge.
Like you said that
the WNBA is
some
like
people-
the most competitive basketball league.
I mean,
in
these
the
are
world.
grown women.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying. You go
Yeah.
from
No, I
playing
feel
against
you. I'm just
18-year-old
saying,
women
like
to 30-year-old women. And
by the way, in
strong.
6 weeks,
And
in 6
about
weeks.
it is the thing about
yeah,
it is
6
you
weeks.
got-
But I remember people. I remember people
But-
saying she could land in the W and be the best player. Like that. That's
Well,
why
that's-
my
but that was-
question
that
mark.
wasn't
she
possible.
came
That
top
was never-
5 in
that was
MVP
never
as
gonna
a
happen.
rookie. She
You got to
came
look
top
at
5
this
in
too, though,
MVP.
Damien. Like in college, the difference in college is that there's going to be 2 or 3 superstars in most of these Power 5 schools, right? And then there's going to be bench players who are still good. In the WNBA, it's the most super team filled league because, especially back before they started expanding, every team, all the top 6 teams were damn near super teams because there wasn't enough teams for everybody to go to.
Teams, yeah.
Like you got to go. You had to go to Vegas and see Chelsea Gray, Kelsey Plum, Jackie Young, Asia Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Like this is crazy. You got to go to New York now and see Sabrina, Brianna, Satu, Jaquel.
Yep.
Like these teams are stacked. And then the players coming off the bench are like superstars overseas. You know what I mean? Like you had to go up to Minnesota and see K-Mac and Fee. You got Bridget Carlton, who's one of the leaders of the new expansion team over here. Alana Smith, like it's not fair. And yeah, exactly.
Such a good league. Such a good league.
In the Aces, they had De'Erica Hambry over there too. Like it's not fair when you go from that level to that level. You got to adjust. And then on top of that, for Caitlin Clark especially, she had a target on her back. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember, Kennedy Carter got kicked out the league for a season as punishment for what she was trying to do to Caitlin Clark.
You fucking up the money. That's what you're doing. You fucking the money up. We can't have you around.
It's a big difference. But real talk,
can't.
before we
She
do
got her
move
bread,
on, because
though,
I can see through that crystal ball that Swipe is getting ready to move on. Real talk, you can't blame her for her fans.
No, I don't blame her. I think she's a really good player. I think she's one of the 10 best players in the W, probably. Yeah, she is. One of the best passers in the league, one of the best offensive engines in the league. I don't blame her. But the Caitlin Clark hype, because everybody's in chat like, oh, real talk, be worried about other people. Yeah, I worry about it when it takes over the masses and there's a hysteria going on. And so now
you know what that was, though.
Anytime
was
you
it,
try to talk
Sniper?
some basketball, you get attacked. Because when I'm saying Kelsey Mitchell's the best guard on that team, because I'm watching them play, it's like
Chill, it's the same reason Sabrina, and respect to Sabrina, she's really good. Chill, it's the exact same reason Sabrina was getting. I know she's good, Ox, but she was getting gassed by Nike and all that stuff because of the Kobe connection, and she's a. I know. I would chill.
I'm just saying you got to remember she was playing here at Oregon. And
I'm saying 100%. Yeah, I'm with you, but I'm saying like, and real talk's what he's alluding to, Chill, is that there is a mass of fans, but there's also the whole Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. They're like, Angel Reese is this. Their language, this thug and
they
boom,
tried to
boom,
put that-
boom.
they tried to put
And
that
Caitlin
dynamic
Clark,
in.
this straight hair from Iowa,
Middle
heterosexual white
America.
woman.
We do
Middle
got to
America.
acknowledge that Angel Reese gets the same hysteria from fans that don't watch basketball as well.
No, absolutely. They have their crowd,
the fan base just looks different. But
Mad
they're
Max,
all
why are you
psychopaths.
yelling? We're
They're
not
also-
yelling. We're up here having a conversation. Why are you
they're-
yelling? Is my
They're
question.
all psychopaths. Like Angel Reese fans are just as toxic as Caitlin fans. They just look different. They're psychopaths. And on top of that, Caitlin's better than Angel. And there was nothing wrong
She
with
was.
saying
Yes, she is. She is. But I'm gonna run down some names.
That's always been true.
I'm gonna run down some names for you, real talk. I don't need an elaborate answer. It's just yes or no. The year that Caitlin Clark finished top 5 in league MVP votes, that was her rook season. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So she wasn't better than Asia. Is that fair?
no.
She wasn't better than Fee.
No.
She wasn't better than Stu.
No,
She wasn't better than Alyssa Thomas.
not that year.
She wasn't
But
better than
close.
Never has been.
Was she better than Sabrina?
Yes.
Yes.
Was she better than the
She
Nneka?
was better than Alyssa Thomas.
Everybody you're about to say, she was better than that year.
So she was better than Nneka. So she was better than Nneka that year.
Yes. Yes.
She was better than Kalia Cooper.
I think we're missing what happened rookie year because of the injury last year. She was better. She was deserving of top 5 in the MVP and first team WNBA.
I ain't asked you that.
She had a hell of a season.
Was she better? Was she better than Jacquel?
Yes.
That's where I'm at with the real talk. I'm like, I don't know. I think that we can have a conversation about that.
She had a great second half to her rookie season. That first half was
won the championship too. The Liberty. And
I thought she was really good in her rookie year.
I thought she was too.
She was phenomenal in this second half.
excited
She was
about
like
seeing
legit maybe one of the 3 best players in the league that second half.
This year she's been one of the most up and down negative players in the sport this year to start so far. But again, it's still early in the season. Still early in the season. Maybe she gets it back in the second half of the season. But by the way, just so people know, Ox brought it up. Kennedy Carter right now, Ox, would you like to know? She's averaging 17.5 points, and she's shooting 67% from 2 and 59% from 3 so far this year.
Damn.
But when I say
why does she not start?
Because we always do this gimmick, CCFC. We had to go through this in Chicago. With
so you call her
Mabry's better than Kennedy Carter. No, she's not. She's just not, Ox. She's not. She's not better than Kennedy Carter.
All right, Swiper, come on.
I'm excited for Juju.
Let's keep Marina out of this, man. But
but
on top of that, Kennedy probably won't start because one thing Becky Hammond likes to do is keep some firepower off her bench. So it doesn't have anything to do with how.
Why didn't they just bring Asia off the bench then? That's real firepower.
That's a good idea, Mars. They should probably not start.
We are getting fired as G. We getting fired as.
Come on, firepower off the bench. How much more firepower?
Hey,
I'm pretty sure that I can find some other firepower than Asia Wilson.
Becky Hammond making a smooth $1 million a year. She's not going anywhere. She's making more than
I can do that.
She's making more than almost every player in the league right now.
On top of that, Mars, they should probably lessen her minutes a bit too. They should probably play Asia
exactly so she can maximize her per minute impact.
Yeah.
So her impact metrics will reflect that and be like, oh look.
All right.
Absolutely.
And
don't forget y'all. Shout out to the GOAT, Asia Wilson, for getting Western Conference Player of the Month. And y'all know usually Asia kind of kicks back in May. She kind of lets things go and just has fun and turns up around this time. But this year she decided, no, I'm kicking y'all ass from beginning.
She heard all that criticism winning that fraudulent DPOY last year in this 50-50 split. Up next, Crunch Time Super Chats. We got Buttered Biscuit 6350 $10. Nobody was rocking with us when we had Langston Galloway and Frank Nigalatina.
As you shouldn't have. You guys were garbage.
So don't come rocking with us now. Take Swipe off the graphic. He's not rocking us. He a fanboy from Zesty ATL. And just so y'all know, just so y'all know, I want to clear this up.
Back then is
real
actually
quick.
when I did like the Knicks.
That was a crazy trade.
I did. I said it before. The Knicks were the first team I knew. The Knicks were the first team I knew. And I knew Melo. So back then, the Knicks were the team I liked because that was the first team I knew.
Oh my and by the way, chill, just like Knicks fans. I picked the Knicks all season and before the year started. I picked you last year when you were playing versus the what's the name? The Celtics. I picked you versus the Celtics last year. I've been with y'all for a minute now. I'm just not one of y'all's Knicks fans. But y'all, real talk. I am surrounded by New York and Jersey people, real talk. Surrounded. I can't pick up my phone during the game and then not see 3 or 4 people from Jersey that are texting me about the game. Did you say that? Did you say that? Like every day. So look, Knicks fans, I'm proud of you. I'm glad you're having your moment, but goodness gracious, bro.
You kind of coming up here with the New York beanie though is kind of nasty.
No, but it was for the segment. You missed it. I started off, with the jaw rule and all that other kind of stuff.
Kind of corny, huh? Real talk.
No, it's good. Good content.
I know you a Vassell Castle guys.
Kind of corny.
Oh yeah, and now new Wemby fan as well. So I know you're going
new Wemby. No, here we go. See, hear that? Hear real talk. New Wemby. New Wemby.
I'm so glad that Mars. Mars,
not new anything.
Glad, however, that you have evolved because there's no way that you, being the basketball aficionado that you are today, would be rocking with Frank Nikilia, whatever his last name was.
No,
Tim
Hardaway,
Lance.
Nah, he's good with Caleb Love now.
The Knicks was the first team I was aware of. So that was the first team I was aware of, and I knew about Carmelo Anthony. So I was like, yeah, I like the Knicks. Now, I didn't watch basketball games back then because I was like 6. and they were on at 3 a.m. So obviously I wasn't watching them.
Sure.
But the Knicks was the team I was interested in. It's like, oh yeah, what the Knicks do? It turns out they just lost every game. But I was like, yay, Knicks. And then I started watching basketball and I was like, oh yeah, they suck. But back in like 2014, 2015, yeah, the Knicks was the team I knew. Like I was there. I was present for Porzingis rookie year. Like I was keeping up with what was going on. I was all in on the Porzingis mania. I was definitely in on
real talk. I'm gonna put something on your mind real quick. On October the 17th, 2018, the Knicks on opening night trotted out Frank Ntilikina. I can't even say his last name. Ntilikina. I'm sorry. They trotted out Frank Ntilikina, Tim Hardaway Jr., Enes Freedom, Trey Burke, and Lance Thomas. That was their 5. They got a rotation of Ron Baker.
Did they win? No. Did they win? Did they win?
That's not even the worst starting lineup they had.
Not only did they win, Mars, they smoked Atlanta.
Okay, so you hating on the lineup like they ain't win.
Wait, are we gonna act like Langston Galloway wasn't cooking for a little bit, Joe?
They actually smoked Atlanta.
Langston Galloway ain't never cooked for a little bit.
That's not even their worst. That's not even their worst lineup.
Langston Galloway did not cook.
Yes, he did. He was a good player.
That's who they trotted out on opening night.
Good NBA player.
I remember a decade ago they put out Langston Galloway, Alexei Shev, Andre Banyani, Lou Amundsen, and Lance Thomas. I think it was.
That's a terrible.
That was just great.
I remember when Michael
time,
Beasley was out there on the Knicks. That was good news right there. You gotta put some respect. What was that? 2018.
Crazy time.
Yeah, put some respect on 2018 Knicks.
And now they finna win the championship.
They trotting out Kevin Knox and Noah Vonleh, Emmanuel
Mars is not a ball knower. Yeah.
Tim Hardaway and Enes Freedom. That's who they trotting out.
One of their best
he was
players
good for a little bit.
Good. That's just not true.
Hey, shout out to the Clee Anthony Earl
days. Oh man,
yeah. Shout out to them days.
I have faith in Kevin Knox. I was a huge Kevin Knox fan.
Boy, I thought Kevin Knox was gonna be cold.
Bro,
he was Summer League legend. Summer League legend.
Kevin Knox. Real talk. He was cold.
Shock.
Was it Ronaldo Balkan? Ronaldo Balkman.
Ronaldo Balkman.
With they had the dreads with the rap or something like that.
Oh, that's like the 2000s. Huh?
Went to South Carolina. Yeah. But you wonder why they was
Alonzo
losing 50 games a year.
Alonzo.
That's why they was losing 50 games
Alonzo was cold, man.
Alonzo True was Cam Thomas before Cam Thomas.
From Louisville, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
But we live in a space like
I'm not gonna lie. I want to see Alonzo True in the 1v1 scene. We'll start giving up work. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Kevin Knox. Remember, real talk. I know you remember that first summer league game where Kevin Knox got the ball stolen by Zion and got dunked on. That was a great. Great moment.
Yeah. That was the end of his career.
But first summer league game was the end of his career.
And by the way, during that time, this is the same Knicks fan base that was telling me every year we're making the playoffs next year. We're making the playoffs next year. They're losing 50 games a year. Yo, we going to the playoffs
next year. I mean, I remember Mindaugas Kuzminskas. That was a real demon. Yeah. Shout out to Mindaugas.
Hey, and you know what? Chill, I gotta give credit where credit is due because when it happened at the time, it's not that I didn't believe, but the Knicks haven't been good since 2001 or whatever that was. For real. I mean actual good. When they got Worldwide West and Leon Rose,
they were good in 2013.
I know, but
fantastic in 2012.
No. I know, but they weren't contenders. Respect to them. They weren't contenders.
They were good last year.
If J.R. Smith hit the side of a barn against
Indiana, he's talking about management.
I'm talking about I'm talking about when the era they got good in this era, like elite in this era. But they got elite because of Leon Rose and Worldwide. That's why they got good. Because remember, what happened is James Dolan had to step back some of the responsibilities. They brought those two in, and that's when Rick Brunson came in. And then that's when they got Jalen Brunson, and they had Julius Randle and all that other stuff. I'm saying they built that team. No, and you're not going to lie to me that the 2012-13 team was good. It wasn't. I love Melo. Y'all know I love Melo. No, they were cool.
They weren't contenders.
They were cool. They were not a contender. They were not a contender, though.
Okay, that's not. They weren't
absolutely.
They weren't as good as they Heat was. They were just as good as every other team in the
Do you guys not remember what happened when Amari Stoudemire punched something?
They were fun.
And broke his hand.
They were real fun.
They were nice.
It was the Heat. It was the Heat, and then it was the Pacers and Knicks as the next best team in the conference.
And then they were good, but then I say this as somebody who wanted Melo with the heart of me to beat LeBron. I'm with you. They were cool.
That means
They weren't
nothing
a
to
super
us.
team.
It doesn't
They
matter what
were
you
cool.
wanted.
They
The
weren't
team
a
was still
super team.
It was
amazing.
a big game.
They were a
Yeah.
good team. They
It
were
was
I'm
a
good.
big
I'm
game.
good. They were a good team.
They
There's
just
not a
weren't a
comparison.
super-
Shout out to Mike
Imagine them
Woodson.
imagine them not being as good as a team that
Like
ran off
that
28
that
straight games and won
2013
66
Pacers Knicks
games.
series.
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
that
real
2013
talk.
Pacers
It was
I
a great
apologize that
series.
we ain't that
That
good.
was a good series.
That
That
might have
was a
been Melo's
good
best series of his
sorry.
career. That
Then
might
we
have been
got the
Melo's
best
best
Like,
player
series.
in the
You
league
got,
on
you
our
got that
team.
pulled up.
That's
That's
fair.
all I would
The
like to know
Pacers are
about
better
some
than them.
J.R.
Hell.
Smith shooting splits.
What's going on?
it was bad. You talking about
Yeah.
Pacers, right? Against the Pacers?
Yes,
Yeah, it was
against the
bad. It was
Pacers.
bad. Yeah.
I don't know the numbers.
I'll
but I
pull it
remember
up.
watching-
Yeah, JR. I don't know
Straight,
if JR even
straight
made
eye
like 5
test.
shots in that
JR
series.
sold. JR sold Melo
They
like
were-
I've
they
never
were
seen
fun. They
anything
were
he
fun.
I got it.
sold in my life.
J.R. Smith in that series played 32 minutes a game, shot 29% from the field and 23% from three.
Now,
That was nasty.
I see. I'll be saying this, and I don't know. I didn't have the numbers. I wish I would have never asked you those numbers. That's even worse than
Yeah.
I thought.
It was bad for JR. It was bad for JR.
Oh my
Yeah, man.
God.
Shout out to
Melo
them.
went out and
Sold.
Melo went out and averaged 29 against
The
the
Pacers were better
Shout
than
out to
them.
them. That was
You
a
can-
that was
They
a
were fun
that was a competitive 6-game series.
They were a
was-
fun
it
team.
was A grinder out. series.
Have you gone back and watched those games before, Mars? Recently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
they were playing that
LeBron.
demon drop coverage on Melo. I vividly
I would
Yeah,
never
this-
watch those games.
Yeah,
again.
shout out to
Never.
LeBron in that series, by the way. All right, next up, Young Boy Goated 9168 $10. This is a win for NYers, New Yorkers, and New Yorkers only. Swiper, flip flop talk, even Ox. We don't need y'all support. Stay outside. It's NY versus the world. We don't like or respect y'all cities or teams. NY only, baby. 3 more. This is what I'm saying.
No, facts. It's only
Hey.
for us. You guys can stay on that side. Yeah.
Don't worry about what you're talking about. I told him already, but
Yeah, all right, whatever. Yeah,
I'll
cool.
meet you at LaGuardia.
Shout out. We got another one. I got a $50 super chat right after the King Sean Blackey. $10. Shout out to you. Knicks giving CJ McCollum a ring if we win. 1, for the CBA that forced Minnie to give us the Wemby stopper. 2, for waking us up and unlocking the greatest team of all time. I will say that is kind of true, y'all. They're currently on the best 12-game win streak in NBA history, by the way, Mars.
Well, like
They haven't lost
statistic-
since April 23,
Well,
chill. We're
12 in a
June
row
5th.
with point differential and all that.
I mean, the record for wins in a row in the playoffs is 15, right?
Yes.
That would have been
they'd have to
The 2017
Yeah, they'd have
Warriors
to-
on
Yeah,
15.
so and
So they'd have to
99
sweep
Spurs
the
both got
Spurs.
12.
They'd have to sweep the Spurs. So
sweep the
Yeah.
Spurs. Yeah,
if they do it,
they've got the second most though. I think in a row. I
They're
think
tied
they
for
equaled the second
with
most
99
yesterday.
San Antonio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
Read
Do you
this.
think they can sweep the Spurs?
I mean,
Why
yeah, they
not?
can win 3 games in a row. They can.
Why not?
this random thing you just shared.
Well, it's not random. It's a super chat.
We get to this $50 one. Can we change the subject? $50. I think the Knicks winning this series plus Wemby didn't play good. But let's not forget when Braun was his age in 2007, he got swept by the Spurs and scored 14 points in the first game and shot 35% from the field for the whole field goal for the whole series and 20% from 3 and 69% from the free throw line.
Why did Bron just catch a stray? Because Wemby sucked.
Well, because the best 22-year-old ever conversation and like the leading your team to the
Yeah.
finals and all that.
So does that mean that
Respectfully,
does that mean
Bron
that
is
Wemby's
like
getting swept?
far down the list in that conversation anyway. So,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
LeBron's
It's
pretty
just-
close in
that's-
this series.
It's a random Bron stray. Like, Wemby
If
sucked
things
yesterday.
don't-
It has nothing to do with Bron. Wemby sucked.
things don't get better for Wemby though. Like I've been saying anyway, in believing, it's not a better 22-year-old than Shaq, and that's okay. Not many are. Actually, I think Shaq's the best 22-year-old ever.
We'll never
So-
see another.
It's fine.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I mean,
How old was Bill Walton that
No
year?
shame, no shame in that. No.
Jack was. I want to say Bill
71?
Walton was 24, maybe.
71.
When he won the MVP. 71. He was in college.
He wanted
What year
to
am I talking about?
Bill Walton won MVP
Four?
at 25. They won the
MVP.
chip when he was 24.
Sure. Yeah.
And
He
Dame
got drafted
telling
at
you.
22. You gotta remember that these guys came out
Mhm,
at 22,
mhm.
so it has to be that rookie years.
and
One
Dame-
thing these super chats show me is that people have serious mental issues outside. Like,
Absolutely. You know they do, Ox. Yes,
Right.
especially when it comes to their crew. So, Damian,
I mean,
really quickly, you said they haven't lost the game since April 23rd. To put it on your mind, they lost to Charlotte, and they ain't had a whole. Mikal Bridges was the only one who played, and he only played 23 seconds. They lost to Charlotte,
Mhm.
and they're 2 shots, right? 2 shots away from being undefeated in the playoffs, which means
That's
that
right.
they are 2 shots away and playing their starting lineup. Yes, 2 shots
They
more.
lost two. They lost. Oh, I got you. 'cause
By
they
a
lost
point
by-
each. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah, I
sir.
feel you, I feel you.
2 shots away from being undefeated in the playoffs. So they are starting their starting 5 the last game of the regular season and 2 shots away from not losing the game since April 1st. I'm going to put that on your mind.
That's great.
I just want to put that on your mind. They've been rolling,
That's-
steamrolling people.
that's
But when I
dominant.
say that I'm ridiculous, that I think that they could smoke the Oklahoma City Thunder or smoke the San Antonio Spurs, chill, you bugging out.
It's just funny. It took you seeing
You
them
did say
smoke the
that.
Cavs for you to come to that conclusion.
Mm.
But yeah,
If they would, to be honest with you, Mars, it's not this. It's not them smoking the Cavs. If they would have seen Detroit and they would have smoked them, I would have said the same thing. It wasn't just the Cavs. If they would have ran by Detroit like they did, I would have said the same thing.
Which I
Isn't
think
Damian
is
the
what
only
would
one
have
out
happened.
there who had the Spurs winning the series? Didn't everyone else pick the
They
Knicks?
would have smoked Detroit.
Wait, Swappy, did you pick the Knicks
We're winning.
to win the series? To win the series
To beat the
this series?
Spurs.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Damian. I think are Damian and Penn the only ones on the platform who picked the Spurs?
No, Ron too.
Because Ron think Wemby the best player, and
Ron doesn't count.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
shouldn't.
Ron's been taking PTO all week. You don't count at all.
I shouldn't do that more.
We still
Ron milking that
That's
PTO. I
crazy.
love it too, by the way.
Let's get.
Wait, but you know what's even crazy about this, Chill?
Ron milking.
You know what's crazy about this, Chill? Ron, Damo,
Yeah.
and halfway real talk. Because real talk
Ooh, wait,
still.
Real talk don't like
Real
where
talk-
this is going.
It's okay. He'll be all right. Real talk's tough. He can take it. He's tough. He can take it. Don't worry about it. Because he still came through and picked the Knicks. But these dudes thought, you know who these dudes thought was going to be the ones to stop these Knicks? Paul George.
I did not pick.
They thought-
You're gonna stop lying.
You still picked the Knicks. I said you still picked the Knicks. But these dudes thought Paul George was going to be the one to stop this.
Oh, that's cute.
Real talk. So PG was
People were
not
high on
Philly's
Philly.
problem.
People were high
okay?
on
PG
People were high on
was
Philly
not
after
Philly's
that
problem.
Boston
It was
series,
that
they
fake. It's that 6'1" guard they got, and that no need center they got. That was their
Absolutely.
biggest problem.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
That was
we hate
supposed
on
to be a
Tyrese
good
Maxey.
series.
Oh yeah,
It
I
was
wasn't
supposed to
here
be a
for
good
most of that
series, to be
series.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I
They said
wasn't
OG's better than Paul George. Are you crazy?
Maxey averaged 18.
Yes, he's mid.
Mid. No,
That was supposed to be a good series,
harsh.
man.
That's harsh.
I've actually
That's harsh.
turned.
No, bro, whoa, Damien.
I ain't gonna lie, I had no idea.
Their center
Maxey
couldn't
averaged
move
18
and he couldn't
against
guard anything on defense.
Which would explain why they hunted
No,
his
no, but it
ass
was,
on
like,
every
theoretically,
play.
it was supposed to be.
Which would explain why they hunted his ass
Maxey.
and brought him in every action, like James Harden.
After what they did
did
to
that
Boston,
to
it
Joel
was supposed to
Embiid.
be.
Get Joel Embiid ass in the action.
He looked like
and
a
keep him in the action.
70-year-old man.
That's what
He looked
get
like a
Joel
70-year-old
Embiid
man.
in
Yeah,
the
he
moves.
looked-
That is
And keep
correct.
him
They
in
look
action.
terrible, man.
Yes,
They did,
sir.
yeah.
I don't think
I
I don't think Embiid dropped his hips the whole series. I'm not kidding you. I don't know if there's a clip of him dropping
Dropping hips is
the entire series.
crazy. I'm sorry that I don't do the pause thing, but dropping hips is crazy right there.
I'm telling you, he didn't
Sound
get down in
well.
the defensive stance the entire series. He couldn't.
He
Dropping
didn't.
hips.
He really didn't as well, by the way.
I mean, he got his knees falling into in game 7 or something like that of the previous series.
And then he had a gallbladder. What was it, gallbladder taken out?
he kind of sacrificed his whole life.
Appendix.
It was appendix.
to beat
It was his
Boston.
Appendix, yeah.
Yes.
Appendix.
Mhm.
No, next year we'll be back though. Next year we'll be back full off season.
Oh my goodness! Stop! Stop! It's not
We'll be
happening
back.
in
We'll-
Philly, man. It's not
We'll be
happening.
back. We'll be back.
You're
Stay
in
on
the
this
wrong
side,
until
man.
you're
Stay
right.
on
Boss,
this
how
side.
long we been doing this? Philly in 7. How many years now? What
12.
year are we going
Philly,
on now?
Philly and 6. Well, no, that's not
Philly
true.
and 6.
Once
I'm
again,
sorry. Philly
I
and
have to
6.
keep reminding people I didn't start rooting for Philly until 24. So it's been
Okay,
3
so
years. of
We're
Philly
going
and
on
6.
year 3. That
Yeah,
we're
this
doing
is the
Okay.
next year will be year 4 of Philly and 6. And
Okay.
actually, last year they didn't even make the playoffs, so there was no Philly
We got
and
a
6.
5-year
next
window.
year. It was just
Garbage.
next year Philly and 6.
Trash.
We're going into year 3 of Philly and 6.
Hey,
We're
but
going
you
to
said they got to get
No,
off
we
that
got a 5-year. We got a
contract.
5-year
So,
window.
They
What a
can't get
five-year
off
window.
Embiid's contract.
Nobody's
It's
taking
just
that.
not possible.
Swiper.
Which they're not.
Yeah, it's not
Hey, he
possible.
can be a backup
Whoever,
center
if
in
you
the West.
can get off that Joel Embiid contract,
Backup
you are
for
the
50 million,
executive
so
of the
true.
year. Forget Sam
Would
Presti.
you
Forget what
waive
they
him if you're the
doing.
76ers?
Yes,
No.
we talked about this. I
No,
told you
no.
I would stretch this contract out
No.
10 years. Just get out of here. Leave.
As long as we
George is
still
maybe
know
worse,
Embiid
to
is
be
still the
honest.
best player on the team, then cool. It's like,
Paul
wave
George-
him while
For
acknowledging
the
that he's still the best player on the team.
He plays. Congrats. It's time to
Acknowledge
move
that.
on if you're Philly. It's time to get
There's
Joel
no
Embiid.
such thing as moving on. Like this is we have the same
Yes.
discussion every time
Wave
Philly
him.
comes
I didn't
up.
know you had a golf
Do
clap.
what
just make-
Milwaukee's doing with
It
Dame.
makes
or something.
no sense.
Get
It
him
makes
off
no sense
the
to be paying
team.
Embiid in 2038 to try and maximize a Tyrese Maxey window. That just doesn't make sense. Just eat Joel Embiid's contract, and then when it's over, make your moves. We're not about to try. and
Nobody's that
Tyrese
hungry,
Maxey's
Marsh.
window. That doesn't make sense. Like, all due respect to Tyrese Maxey, there's no such thing as a Tyrese Maxey
And
window.
VJ Edgecombe. Like, it's not just Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe.
Sure,
Mars.
I'm VJ. That's cool.
This is who we building our unit
VJ's
around.
going to
Paul
be about
George's-
4
Paul
years
George's
away from
contract
being
is
the player
crazy.
that is even worth building around anyway. So you might as well just let Embiid's contract run down and then build around 24-year-old VJ. That makes more sense than waiving him to try and build around Tyrese Maxey and VJ in 2027.
The problem is
like,
the
what are
problem
you doing building around Tyrese Maxey anyway? You're not going to do anything.
The problem
Tyrese needs to
is
demand a trade then.
Cool.
well, to Mars's point, the problem is if we eat Joel Embiid's contract, that still doesn't give us an opportunity to bring in some quality players because we still got to pay him. Kind of like what's going on in
Like,
Milwaukee.
you know how much that's over
Yes.
150 you're stretching.
Yo, and even if we stretched it over
Lamar, you're
5
underselling
years,
it. Actually, it's 187 million.
see what I'm talking? That's almost $200 million.
Well,
don't
stretching
think
that,
you
you're going to be
can
paying him in
even stretch that,
2051.
Like how if
Yeah, I
we
don't think you
Ox,
can
if
actually
we
stretch
stretch
that, by the
that, if we stretch that for 10 years, that's $18.7 million of dead money over the next 10 years.
So
That would-
you
that
got a
was
dead
stretching.
center with dead knees.
Oh my god.
Like, let's just say we stretch 18 million for 10 years. Like, what we are doing,
Make it
is,
15
like,
if you got to.
statistically,
Yeah.
we are wasting an Alex Caruso
Yeah.
for the next 10 years because
Yeah,
that's
I
how much
don't think
Caruso
you
is.
can, man.
So we are using a roster spot on Alex Caruso and we have no Alex Caruso.
That's dead money.
That's what we're doing. We're using Zubac money and we have no Zubac.
But
That's
how
what we're
many
doing.
other players can you pay? How much does Joel make per year right now?
57 next year, 62 the year
57.
next
You can
year,
sign
and
3
67 the
full
next year.
players.
That's what I'm saying. That's 3 more players on the roster that you can get, or two really good players that you
Yeah.
could pay with that money.
That aren't gonna increase your ceiling higher than what it is right now.
Why
do you
not?
know that?
Why not?
Because
How do
once
you-
again,
I would
Joel
rather
Embiid
have
can
is
only-
Alex
their best player.
Caruso. I would rather have Alex Caruso than Joel Embiid right now.
You can only stretch
Sure,
a contract
cool.
for 7 years, by the way.
Alex Caruso on Philly does not raise their ceiling higher than having Joel Embiid does.
Okay, so
Yes,
wait.
I disagree. I disagree.
Okay, what if let's do 3 players.
Just
What
do
if-
2 to
just-
make the
just
point
be-
even better.
just be real.
But carry on.
Alex Caruso, they signed
Alex
Alex
Caruso.
Caruso. Again, we're in fantasy land right now.
Fantasy land, just to
So
illustrate
now
the point.
everybody. So this also means I know this is going to be hypocritical, but
How much does
everybody's
Zubac
healthy
make?
as well?
18,
So
it's
Alex
18 as well.
Caruso.
Sure.
They need some centers.
Zubac.
Zubac, 18. He makes
Zubac.
18 as well. That's 36.
That's 36
Robert
million.
Williams.
They're way better.
And Robert Williams. You think their ceiling is higher than if they have Joel Embiid?
Absolute Mars. Come
Yes,
on.
and
Alex
he
Caruso,
doesn't
Zubac,
play,
and Robert
Mark.
Williams
He
is
doesn't
way.
play.
I disagree.
He doesn't
I disagree.
play.
How can you disagree with that, Mars?
Mars, you saw
Because
Mars,
I'm not talking about their floor. I'm not.
Right,
once again,
right,
I'm
right,
talking
right,
about their
right.
ceiling.
right. We can go farther. Mars,
Best
you-
case
That's all I'm talking
scenario,
about.
their
I'm
ceiling is
only
still
talking
higher
about
with
their ceiling.
Embiid.
The best case scenario for Joel Embiid now for the past, I don't know how many seasons in the playoffs for Philly is, oh, let's hope he can still play through whatever the hell he's going through right now. And every time that
And they
gets
won.
worse and worse and worse.
Okay.
It gets worse. His
And
ceiling
now
as a
you're bringing
player
and
is
now
getting
you're bringing
worse
me
and
Robert
worse.
Williams. And now you're bringing
Robert
me Robert
Williams,
Williams.
Zubac, and
Yeah,
Caruso.
it was actually good.
Yeah. So what value is Caruso providing me on a team that has no chance of winning?
Defense.
He's providing them a chance to win.
But
Defense.
no chance of winning.
What?
Defense.
No chance
Win
of winning.
what?
What are you talking about? What is he doing?
Win what? Caruso's giving them a chance to win what?
Well, we're not winning the NBA.
Like
We're
he
not
did
winning
in
the
Chicago.
NBA. We're not winning
Like
the
he did in
NBA championship.
Chicago.
They already have
Wait. We're not winning the NBA championship with Caruso. I'm not going to argue that point, Mars. But we damn sure ain't winning it with
Under
Joel
almost
Embiid neither. At
Chill,
57 million.
if you take
Now,
Joel
I'm not
Embiid
saying you
and
are.
you
What
put-
I'm
and you
saying
put
is
Caruso
Robert
wasn't doing
Williams
shit in
and
Chicago.
their
Chicago.
chances
you
of
get
winning,
better.
their chances of winning, albeit they're probably zero regardless, are higher with the best player on their team playing,
Now we're
as
just
opposed
saying-
to replacing that with Caruso and Zeus.
Swipe it out.
Mark
I'm
got
dead
that
ass serious
look
when I
in
say
his
that.
eye.
I am dead ass right. They would have had a better chance of beating the Knicks with the Zubac Robert Williams rotation than Joel Embiid. This
I
past
like
year.
him.
Beat Boston. So cool.
They wouldn't have beat
Hypothetically,
Boston, man.
hypothetically,
Yeah,
they
they
have a better
do
chance against
because
the
they
Knicks.
still would have
Why not?
dominated that center matchup. Zubac.
And Caruso, and if you got
And
Caruso,
Caruso.
They wouldn't have
you
beat
got
Boston.
Caruso in there.
You got it. If
They
you
wouldn't have beat Boston.
genuinely believe, and if you, because I'm actually not trolling this segment, but if you genuinely believe that Philly beat Boston if you take Embiid out and replace him with Caruso and Zubac.
And Robert Williams.
He just said those two. But cool.
No, I'm talking about the three
we
players.
We can end the conversation there. We can end. We disagree.
Yeah, let's end it because you're scaring me right now, Mars. You
let's just talk about the finals. Yeah, we just disagree.
Nobody. I'm not being nasty for the sake of slander. Joel Embiid could not move in the New York Knicks. He couldn't move.
Oh, I agree against the Knicks. I'm saying they don't get there without Joel.
I mean, if Jason Tatum is going down anyway, then possibly.
There's no game 7.
We know what happens. We know what happens, Mars, up there in Boston. No Tatum, no win playoff series.
There's no game. This is the same thing that Chill did when he brought up Donovan Mitchell against Dallas in replace of Shea. They're not in the game 7 in the first place if Joel Embiid doesn't play to get them there. So yeah, Jason Tatum doesn't miss a game 7 because there's no game 7 to be played. They've already won in 5. That's what's happened. So yeah, I don't need to worry about Jason Tatum missing a game because there's no game for him to miss. We're already warming up for the Knicks because that's how over the series is over. With no Joel Embiid, you replace
Brad Stevens and James Zola both said they lost because of
They're not beating Boston. Now, do they do better against the Knicks? Absolutely, because Joel Embiid against the Knicks physically couldn't move. They don't beat Boston without Joel.
When it comes to Joel Embiid, and I can appreciate it, but I think Joel Embiid with you is better in theory than he actually is. That's the downside.
He was all up here praising Joel against Boston. Now all of us
right? No. He was. We praised him.
All I just argued is they don't beat Boston without Joel Embiid.
We praised him. We did see him. We also saw him against the New York Knicks when they.
You're not arguing against the Knicks. So what are you arguing me for?
What I'm arguing
I said they don't get to play the Knicks without Joel. So what part of that is theory? I'm not even disagreeing about the Knicks. I agree about the Knicks.
Let's take the Knicks off the table. Let's just talk about Joel Embiid, period. Because every year, Mars, you've been saying to us, and I don't think you're trolling. I really think that you believe in Joel Embiid, and I think that
the Philly and 6 stuff is troll, but we're going to continue doing that.
The reason why is because I think that there's a part of you that really thinks that Joel Embiid, he's still in there somewhere. I don't know where, but he's still in there somewhere, and he's going to reveal himself at some point. I'm going to get a healthy
Joel Embiid, when healthy, is still really good. Yeah,
right. And this
and if you deny that, you're a liar.
No, right. And this is my point, Mars, that he is awesome when he is healthy. But that's in theory when he's healthy, because he's not. So we still want this. We still want this
because he was healthy during the regular season.
Yeah, and he was healthy during the regular season, which he didn't play much, by the way. He didn't play much. So
and when he played, he was healthy.
Damian, didn't they win a game in that series that Joel Embiid didn't play?
Yes, they did. It was 1-1.
And so
yes.
Again.
But Brad Stevens and James Zola both said that they lost because
I think it is wrong to act like it is out of the realm of possibility that they can get out of that Boston series with a Zubac and Robert Williams center rotation with Alex Caruso on the team when they beat them while Jason Tatum was playing with who? Andre Drummond and them, whatever that nigga name is, it's center rotation. They can't like I'm not saying that Boston isn't favored, but to act like they're out of the realm of possibility. When Jason Tatum also goes down in the series and doesn't play game 7, no.
Yeah, they're not beating Boston.
Brad Stevens and James.
Yeah, sure.
Brad Stevens and James Zola both said. Brad Stevens and James Zola both said
they're not beating Boston without Joel Embiid. They're just not.
Not fact.
It can't factually be proven, so I guess we can just agree to disagree. But yeah, cool. And I never argued
argued the ball. The same people that scored the ball the game Joel Embiid didn't play and they won. Them same people. And Zubac.
Is that the VJ Extra game?
Zubac
that was the VJ
30 and 10.
It was the VJ.
And then he didn't do it. Real talk. To be fair though,
there's nothing wrong with
VJ made. I think he made 6 threes in that game, if I remember correctly. I can't remember the exact.
He made 6
I don't. Real talk. He didn't do that the rest of the series. So that would have been a tough bet.
No, but because if you beat a team once, that means it's a sustainable practice. So
you beat a team with worse players. That's the point.
Yeah, you beat them in
Zubac
that game.
is significantly better than Andre Drummond and what is that nigga name?
Robert Williams
better
than Andre Drummond.
Bona. He's talking about Adem
Bona. Yeah,
Robert Williams better. Robert Williams
he's
better
way
than
better
Andre
than
Drummond
them.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
Yeah.
Cool.
So why can't he get busy against Luka Garza?
What does getting busy mean to you?
12 and 10.
Zubac is 20 and 10 against Luka Garza. Are we
Zubac is
gonna
20.
disrespect
Zubac is 20-10 when he plays next to a premier playmaker who can get him the ball to score. Where is that on Philly?
It's not Tyrese Maxey.
So
All right, I
Zubac
get
ain't
that
got no
point.
post game.
Not by himself for real.
Oh, we are okay. So are we in?
Good touch.
I just want to clarify. Are we in the realm of conversation where we now just say things that no one said? Is that where we're at, real talk?
No, we ain't doing
What
that.
I'm
Mars.
saying is,
No.
Because when on earth did I say
he
Zubac had no
wouldn't need
post game?
one against Luka Garza.
Where did I say Zubac had no post game? When did I say that?
What?
Are we at the part of the conversation where I say
I need
Zubac
an
needs
elite
premier
playmaker
and then you
when
just
he's getting
jump to the
guarded
conclusion?
by Luka Garza. Doesn't need one.
Luka Garza's going to take him out to the 3-point line. by the
So
way.
where?
They
Okay,
do
so
nothing.
Luka
just
Garza's not doing anything.
They do nothing.
okay, cool.
against him.
So Luke, let's just say hypothetically. So Zubac post ups now, right?
Okay.
He draws a double team. What now?
What do you mean
Because when does Zoo see doubles in the post? When has he seen that consistently?
he hasn't seen double team? You don't have to double
Okay,
him in the
so
post.
now he has to see double teams in the post. What now? What happens now?
Then he's kicking it out to Maxey. He's
He's kicking it out, or he's turning the ball over. Which one's more likely?
I think he's going to kick the ball out. And on top
Okay,
of
so
it,
when have we seen Zubac handle double teams?
Wait a minute, Moss. Not only is he kicking it out, what we're going to do is we're going to go away from that because if they're double teaming him in the
So now
post,
who's scoring?
well, Maxey's going to score. VJ Edgecombe is going to score.
VJ's gonna score.
Yes, VJ is going to score. Maxey is going to
Based on
score.
what?
VJ is going to score. What do you mean based on what? I mean,
Based on what? Why are we so confident VJ's gonna score enough
Because
to beat the Celtics?
because I seen him score. That's why I
You saw him make threes of Joel's gravity. That's what you saw.
I did see him make threes off of Joel's
Gravity does not exist.
No, it
So
doesn't.
where
But
is the scoring coming
the scoring is coming from now. The scoring is coming from now. Zubac rebounding the basketball, us speeding up the game, us playing faster in transition. Now, when the game slows down, which is going to slow down, we might struggle scoring. But we're going to do everything that we can to keep the game fast. That's where Zubac comes in with his defense and blocking shots and us capitalizing off those turnovers. That's where we're going to get a lot of our buckets from. And we can't say that doesn't happen. Wait a minute. We can't say that. And we can't say that that's not realistic because we saw the Oklahoma City Thunder do that. Yes, we did.
I think it's also important to note, though, that Embiid stat lines, and I think in these wins, if I'm wrong, 26, 10, and 6, 33, 4, and 8, and then he had 34, 12, and 6 in that final game. Now, obviously, it was a blowout. So, like, I mean, to be fair, like, you know what I mean? I think Embiid played really well. So well so that Real Talk and Mars did the Terror Twins thing and said that, did the Jokic segment and all that stuff. That was a great
Real
segment.
Talk did nothing in that. That was Mars. I don't know why.
My Embiid segment compared to Jokic had nothing to do with this year. It's actually about his prime year.
And that is also true.
So I mean,
which part's also true? Real Talk.
That it wasn't about this year. It was
Shucks.
about
Yeah.
previous seasons.
Well, I'm saying that was a good segment. It was a good segment. The people enjoyed that. That way we can move on from this one. Eric Spinoza, 7789. Miss Johnson. There's no excuse why you took Harper out of the game when he was literally our best player last night. 3 minutes in the fourth, only 28 minutes played. Harper needs 35 plus minutes now. Go Spurs, go. Real talk. You're the one that hadn't talked about this. What would you have done with the Harper Fox thing yesterday in the fourth?
Everybody be talking about, Fox. Oh my goodness, Fox sucks. While they're watching Dylan Harper cook on closeouts and Jalen Brunson POA. Look, at the end of the day, for me, this person to sub out is Stephon Castle. I've been here. I want Dylan Harper and De'Aaron Fox on the court together with the two shooters of Vassell, Champagnie, and Wemby. I think that'll probably be their best closing offensive unit. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I do want Harper in the game, but I'm taking Stephon Castle out, especially if we're switching everything and Stephon Castle's not even going to stay on Jalen Brunson. If we're going to switch and allow Jalen Brunson to hunt Julian Champagnie, then what's so special about Stephon Castle at this point?
Did Stephon Castle not get them the lead at the top of the fourth quarter?
Castle in the game.
Didn't Stephon Castle get them the lead in the top of the fourth quarter?
I didn't hear what you said.
I'm not taking Castle
Didn't
out.
Stephon Castle get them the lead in the top of the fourth quarter yesterday?
Get them the lead. How? Doing what? What are you saying?
He scored. He scored as the top. Remember, it was him and OG going back and forth for a little bit,
which was awesome, by the way.
And I think the question
he made that 1-3. I remember that.
And then he had another two that he made.
He made like a turnaround jumper.
don't you think some of this real talk, if Fox is like going to be as inefficient as he is, and then has the late game foul, which I talked about was a bigger issue than missing the shots. Yeah, I mean, that's an opinion. That's an opinion. I haven't heard it, but like I understand your sentiment with that. Mars,
You got to close with all three guards. I don't.
You think so? So you take Champagne
There's
out?
You take Champagne or Vassell out. Vassell didn't have a good game yesterday. It's not a knock on him, but last night you take one of those two out, and you go with your three guards who can all initiate, bring the ball up, and get into the paint. Like at this point, I get the spacing element, but everything starts when you're able to get into the paint, 2 feet in the paint, and then kick out whatever. If you don't have guys who are reliably getting downhill, having the shooting out there becomes obsolete. Damian spoke about it. Champagne wasn't involved in the second half. A big reason for that is because they weren't getting into the paint, and also the Knicks made a conscious effort to not leave Champagne. There was a particular player I remember. They got into the paint, they kicked out. Josh Hart had the option either close out to Castle, who had the ball, or stay on Champagne. He stayed on Champagne and let Castle shoot the three. They made a conscious decision. Oh, look, Champagne can shoot. Let's leave everyone else and guard Champagne. But you need guys who can touch the paint. Like Vassell just wasn't providing much yesterday. And that's not, once again, not saying he's a bad player. Yesterday, just close with your three guards who can all touch the paint, all can initiate, all can create. Now, where do you hide Brunson? Because you can't put him on Harper. You can't put him on De'Aaron. You can't put him on Castle. You probably then have to put him on Champagne.
Maybe
which now means you can basically play 4-on-4, which is cool. Like you live with those results. You play 4-on-4. Brunson is out the way on defense, or you can bring Brunson into the action as a screener for Champagne. Because now what do? Either Champagne pops out for a three, Brunson has to hedge and recover, and he's late. Sure. Or you switch, and then now you have Brunson on one of the guards. It just makes more sense, in my opinion, to have three handlers out there with Champagne.
And I think that's logical, Mars. Yes, it is. But the way that De'Aaron Fox has been shooting the basketball, I'd much rather put him on De'Aaron Fox off the strength that he's more likely to force him into shots that he's not been making. And I think that the way that the Knicks were rebounding,
if De'Aaron settles with Brunson on him, then take him out of the game.
But you don't think Jalen Brunson had a good? I'll say more so of a statement. I thought Jalen Brunson played a good defense.
I think he's more of a positional defender than he's a one-on-one.
They were one.
I don't think Brunson hurt them on defense. Yeah, I don't think Brunson hurt them on defense. I think part of that is they didn't actually make a conscious effort to hunt him to the degree
Harper did.
There was a couple times where Harper got Brunson onto him in a cross-match in transition, and Brunson attacked him. So I mean that, but like make that a more conscious effort. Like you need to push off misses and makes to where you can force cross matches. Because every time New York were cross matched, the Spurs got good offense. It's just more often than not they weren't attacking that.
This is another game where De'Aaron Fox shot the ball terribly.
Yeah,
and did everything else he's out there to do.
I agree.
I think a big issue.
I think
his defense was fine, especially in the first half.
His defense in that first half was incredible.
His passing was good, playmaking, getting into
that's the thing. So there's a reason Mike Brown starts the game with OG Anunoby guarding De'Aaron Fox. Because in Mike Brown's eyes, he's like, I've seen this story before. Let's make sure that De'Aaron Fox doesn't get started. I don't think that it's necessary because De'Aaron Fox isn't shooting the ball good enough.
But he did have two. He had two huge turnovers. I know this is not an indictment of him as a player. He did have two huge turnovers in the last 5 minutes of the game yesterday.
Yeah, so did Victor Wembanyama. So
he had three.
The thing,
we ain't even spoke about the fact that Wemby hit the side of the backboard twice and dribbled the ball off his foot in the last 5 minutes.
No, he did. We want to talk about Box, but the best player in the world.
We talked about we talked about sparingly in the Brunson segment.
Yeah, but this is the thing. We want to declare Victor Wembanyama the best player in the world, and we already know Fox is a bum. So why are we putting this on here and instead of talking about the best player in the world? But let's stay where we are. De'Aaron Fox is still putting his teammates in advantages. He's still getting past OG Anunoby, getting there, setting up players to attack off a closeout. So I think that's very important. De'Aaron Fox is shooting the ball terribly. Sure. Just like I said last series. He has to make those shots. Chill, I don't give a damn about his ankle. You have to make that. You have to make it. And the funny thing about this is if De'Aaron Fox makes 3 more shots last night, he had an amazing basketball game. You know what I'm saying? It had to be, I think that some of the better shots, but other than that, De'Aaron Fox is doing what he's supposed to do. He has to make shots, though. He does. I'm not giving De'Aaron any bail. I didn't think he played very well last night because I think missing those shots is very important. Making those shots is very important. Other than that, though, he's setting his teammates up. OG Anunoby is guarding him. You know what I mean? So it's like you guys get to go against Jalen Brunson on closeouts, Josh Hart off closeouts, stuff like that. So I think that we are definitely trying to, especially because people are so high on the fact that they knew the Spurs were going to dominate this series. And when Victor Wembanyama plays terrible and De'Aaron Fox plays terrible, you got to put it on somebody, because that's the best player in the world. That's the best player we ever seen. So we can't put it where it's supposed to be.
And I think that, to me, you could get away with the Stephon. And the reason why I think Fox, I want to close with Fox and Harper. I just think that is a better, more secure offensive lineup if I'm choosing to. I'm not mad at what Mars said with just playing all three of them and then getting either Vassell or Champagnie off the court. I'm not mad at that at all to close.
Got to be
Vassell. One thing about the dribble penetration, even if Brunson tries to hide on, let's say, a Champagnie out there can be so many opportunities to where a cross match can happen, and then he has to guard one of the three guards out there anyway, and then they can just, okay, get out the way, I'm finna attack, boom, boom. But the reason why, to me, you can get away with a Stephon Castle more in the OKC series is because I don't think they were conceding switches in that game as much as they were doing in this Knicks game. And I think that you could hedge and recover better due to they were kind of more comfortable testing out OKC shooters. Oh, even if we hedge and recover, and let's say he swings it to, let's say it's Cason Wallace. And even if Cason was hitting, I'm saying they were more willing to do that because the Knicks have a better overall shooting reputation. So they don't really want to do that. That's why they just switch. And so that's what I'm saying. To me, Stephon Castle's value, a lot of it is being a fantastic point of attack defender. That's a lot of his value.
Sure.
But if we're not going to keep him on Jalen Brunson and we're just going to be like, oh, yeah, it was Champagnie, switch out there. It's like.
Well, to be fair, that was the criticism in the Thunder series, too, because they also were conceding Julian. And that seemed to be the only way consistently that SJ was finding his scoring routes was when Julian was on him. And I also said this, too, last night. It's not that Julian's a bad defender. He just isn't Castle.
He's just not
Harper.
as good as
He's not as good as those guys.
Like, that's all it is. It's just he's the easiest option.
You know, Damian, to Maz's point, when he tells me that, you know, we're going to get those cross matches, I'm trying to counter this with the logic that, okay, if we get Brunson switched on to De'Aaron Fox, okay, we can jump him and get the ball out of his hands. But that doesn't help because now I got Julian Champagnie at the break where he can crack the long ball. I got Dylan Harper who can attack a closeout when he ends up getting double. So that's not going to work neither. So what do I do? Do I make De'Aaron Fox just a one-on-one player against Brunson? Because Brunson is more of a positional player than he is a one-on-one defender. Like, he could get the spots. Whether
Brunson can defend Fox, though, to keep him from getting to the rim.
Fox can guard.
But if he can do that, then De'Aaron is not a good.
Well, no, but I'm saying that at this, I think if you're watching this De'Aaron, but this De'Aaron, but this De'Aaron isn't blowing by people, though. I think that's a part of the foot injury.
I don't agree. I watched De'Aaron get by people. He absolutely yesterday. I feel like because the guy, if he made 4 more shots, it would have been De'Aaron was getting.
No, but he wasn't. Was he getting to the rim?
That's
he was getting 2 feet in the paint.
He's getting to his spot.
Go ahead, Damian.
But this is the problem, though. Like, this is the problem, though, that I have. Us even debating if De'Aaron Fox should be finishing the game is the problem in itself. Sure. San Antonio brought De'Aaron Fox to this franchise. So when the push came to shove, when the pressure was the highest, when you didn't know if these rookies and sophomores could produce, this was supposed to be the guy that took him to the next level. We keep saying stuff like, man, he just has to make a few shots. You were brought in to make the shots you're missing. That is the problem here. De'Aaron Fox is a former clutch player of the year in the NBA. That's why they brought him in. He was supposed to be this guy for them at the most important time of the year when they were ready. And he hasn't been that for them. So for us to sit here and debate whether he should even be ending the game is the problem in itself.
And by the way,
but he's also dealing with an injury right now. And so I think if you're Mitch Johnson, You do. This is on the table. Does De'Aaron Fox close some games? To me, I don't even know if he should have been playing in the OKC series. To be quite honest with you, I was saying when I was streaming them games live, he should bench him. I don't. So look, Fox is underwhelming right now. He's underperforming. Everybody brings up his contract. If I'm looking at it from a realistic standpoint, the man is out there hurt. So to me, that is a coaching thing. I'm not finna if I'm watching a player actively hurt my team, it is on the coach to take said player out. De'Aaron Fox doesn't sub himself in and out the game. Mitch Johnson, if he looks at the court and he deems that De'Aaron Fox is hurting his team, he needs to sub De'Aaron Fox out of the game.
Real
Period.
talk,
Point blank.
If Fox doesn't play against OKC, if Fox doesn't play against OKC, the Spurs aren't here. If Fox doesn't play in this series, the Spurs get spanked. I hope Mitch Johnson does bench De'Aaron Fox.
Well,
I hope he does bench De'Aaron Fox.
But Mars, by the way,
let's have this conversation. I hope he benches De'Aaron Fox on Friday, and then let's have this conversation on Monday, y'all.
Well, yes, and I just watched his possessions again, Mars, and this is what I mean. Like, maybe this is it maybe just the rim protection he's facing? He didn't get any shots at the rim yesterday except for 2 of them, and they were both in transition. I mean, even on the jumpers, like he has people like either on his hip or in front of him. I mean, does he just need to convert those 2-foot paint touches basically? That kind of difference.
That's what De'Aaron like. De'Aaron hasn't been getting all the way. De'Aaron hasn't been getting all the way to the rim since like 2023. Like, so we need to. If De'Aaron's getting 2 feet in the paint, that's where he's comfortable. 2 feet in the paint, rise up, floater, short jumper. Also putting the defense in rotation, collapsing a defense. Like that's what he does. It's not going to be, oh, let me get all the way downhill for a layup. Like that's not what De'Aaron's been in the past few years. But he's getting by his initial defender. I don't remember many instances yesterday where he's.
Well, what do you mean getting by? Like when you say like clearing the hip
that we have.
He is getting.
There's no bias. It's actually been a great show.
He's getting the ball on the outside, and his 2 feet ends up being in
which stat?
A clear look on the.
No, it's fine.
That's what he's doing.
Just talking. Yeah, I think the issue is De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox had a really good game 7, but he wasn't good in the rest of that series. Everybody acknowledged that though. Like,
yeah.
So I don't know where that's going from. It's just regular
really
criticism for the game.
Good since the Portland series. The Portland series was when De'Aaron was good, and then it's been more so downs and ups with more downs since then. And obviously he got hurt in game 6 against the Wolves. So he hasn't been great since then. But, like, I think they're gonna close with De'Aaron. Like, I think that's just what's gonna happen. I just think the issue wasn't that De'Aaron closed. The issue was that Dylan Harper didn't, in my opinion. So that's the bigger issue. It's not should De'Aaron close.
Would it have anything to do with
Dylan Harper needs to?
Dylan wasn't. I mean, if we remember in that fourth quarter, he really wasn't doing much in the time that he was in. In fact, he didn't really give them much.
The first quarter.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like he didn't really give them
top
much.
of the third quarter. And I mean, to be fair, Castle was the one that was kind of scoring that segment though. So
he didn't really give them that much.
Y'all want more Stephon Castle PG reps? Cool. I hope y'all get those.
I mean, I want less Wemby point guard reps. That's what I want.
You know what, Mars, and I'm glad you brought that up. And the reason why I'm glad you brought that up,
2 hours in, and we haven't spoke about the fact that the best player on the team didn't play well.
We talked about you and I, Mars, had this conversation months ago, and it just got glossed over. The turnover machine that Victor Wembanyama can be, and he's exhibited this from time to time. But because he catches lobs at the top of the box, because he blocks shots into the 4th or 5th row, we completely gloss over the fact that he just throws the ball out of bounds from time to time, that he's handling the ball in transition, and he'll throw the ball into the 2nd row. Like we completely go over that, or that he'll take a shot in transition, or he'll take a shot in the half court, which is just a bad shot when his team is on a 6-0 run. We completely gloss over that. And why is that? The reason why is because we see what we only want to see. We only want to see the good parts of Wemby. Wemby was not good yesterday. I ain't even talking about just from a shot creating standpoint. I ain't even talking about from a shot making standpoint. I'm talking about just overall. He didn't put himself in position to get good buckets. He didn't put himself in position defensively to be effective. He's crowding Cat 35 feet away from the basket, and Cat is blowing his doors off. by the way. And now he's trying to get back into the play and recovering. Yes, he is blocking a shot. Yes, he is disrupting a shot. But then their rebounding is suffering because of that. And I think that we need to start talking more about what Wemby hasn't done instead. I'm listening to Mike Breen yesterday. Wow, this turnover that he had. Wow, his decision making is such a good thing. Boy, if he can get his decision making better, that was a terrible pass that he tried to make. Terrible. So I say all that to say, that Wemby has a lot of holes in his game. And yesterday we saw a lot of those holes. A lot of them.
The last 2 turnovers he had were face-up turnovers where he couldn't beat Mitch off the dribble. And so then he traveled blatantly and then got called for it. And then the second one was when he tried to face up again down 4 and with a minute left on Karl Anthony Towns. And because he's 7'6", and Mars has talked about this a lot, him dribbling the basketball, Mars, we talk about Kevin Durant, we talk about Wemby. Because you're that tall, when you have that long of a distance between where the ball is at your hip to the ground, it's the slower dribbles, and he steps too late, and then he steps on his foot, and now it's a run-out turnover. Josh Hart has to steal. Yeah, he doesn't have a great face-up game yet. That's the real issue. He cannot, unless he's hitting his three-point shot, consistently have face-ups that he's winning possessions on. And I think that was a huge issue. He had 6 turnovers yesterday, and he had 2 of them in money time yesterday as well. So when we said this,
it was just
go ahead, Damian.
It was just another game, Swiper, where I just don't understand his offensive process. It's some of it is it's an experience maturity thing where he's out there just playing on talent and motion and instinct a little bit and his size, but he's not thinking the game. And I don't know if you guys caught the Jeremy Lin analysis post game, but he went into great detail about how they just went too much ISO. And to Mars's point, he shouldn't be handling as much as he's handling on the perimeter. And I don't know, again, to Mars's point, he had some egregious possessions. I don't know if I've seen a possession where someone hits the top of the backboard and then the side of the backboard in the same possession. It was there was just no offensive process there for him with the game on the line. And that's problematic, because when you're supposed to be the best player on the floor, to your point, it can't be all dunks and putbacks. There has to be some sort of process there where we're getting you good looks, where sometimes you're the screener. You're not having to bring the ball up. I think some of it gets glossed over because he makes 1 or 2 of those big threes from 35 feet out. And oh my God, this is crazy. But we forget the other possessions, the 4 or 5 before that, when he's just made bad decision after bad decision. And all of a sudden the Knicks have a double-digit lead and the game's over just like that. So it was a poor performance from him again yesterday.
And a lot of the stuff that we talk about when we talk about the fact that he only had 2 turnovers yesterday.
6. He had 6.
Yes, he did have. Yeah. He did have 6 turnovers. And here's the thing, that we did. Yeah, this is what we 2
turnovers still in the 4th.
Yeah, this is what we didn't factor in. Yeah, but we didn't factor in. He went 2 for 9 at the long ball line. At least 3 of those threes I thought were turnovers, by the fact that they just were bad shots and they end up giving them the ball back because it was a one shot. It was a one shot. They didn't get an offensive rebound. They weren't able to get a second chance opportunity. Those are bad shots, and I've always felt like bad shots equate to turnovers. So it's stuff like that where Wemby isn't, and to your point, Damian, I don't expect Wemby to process the game like that. You know why? Because I'm a kid and I really just got the goddamn job, and I don't know what I'm doing.
He's young.
He's also a big. It's not a big's job to think like a point guard. It's
not. It really. Actually, you know what, Mars? I'm not gonna. No, the reason why I'm not gonna do that, Mars, is because we live in a space where basketball players, they do everything today, and everybody's got to know how to do. I got to know how to handle the basketball. I don't know how to pass the ball. I gotta have to be able to rebound, which I think is kind of interesting because we don't use that same logic when it comes to smaller guards. We don't treat them like we treat big guys. Big guys are in the league doing everything, but smaller guys, we don't treat them like that. They do everything.
It's even because the big players are usually better. That's why. But I do think it's in everyone's best interest. If a big has point guard skills, that's good. So you want to be able to think the game at that level. You want to be able to dribble. That stuff is great. But it's not a requirement. And B, it's definitely not something that when your team employs, in my opinion, 3 really good guards, you ask your 7'6" guy to take the responsibility. That's not what he does, and that's not what he should be doing. That's not what he's good enough. He's not good enough to be doing that either. It's in the Spurs' best interest. It's in Wemby's best interest of winning this series to use Wemby like a big. and to use their guards like guards.
Can he
Wemby
play like
should
a
not
big
be
in the series?
initiating offense at the rate in which he is. It doesn't make sense.
Mars, can he play like a big in the series with Cat and Mitch keeping him out of the paint?
Yes, I think so. I think he can play like a big in this series. I think what you got to do is you got to be more creative in how you get him the ball. It's not just straight up just dump the ball down to him. I don't think he's that type of big. But if you're using him as a second screener in some double drive or something, and now let's say De'Aaron's coming off to his left hand, the big now has to hedge that because De'Aaron turning the corner to his left hand is dangerous, or Castle coming off to his right hand. You now have to hedge. Now Wemby can get behind that, and that's a lob or something, or you tag and there's a skip pass. Like, using Wemby as the dynamic roller that he is going to create offense for himself and others.
But I think they did that though, for a large
on
majority
occasion.
of the game. But
Yeah,
even
on
but
occasion,
even in
it kinda
using
died
Wemby
out
like
towards the
that,
end.
well, I think they were doing that in the first half of the game, but I think because this is more so talking about Wemby from like I guess a production standpoint. Because even if they spam that Mars and the Knicks are constantly tagging the roll and allowing the skip, and he's generating like these corner threes. And a lot of people have been hype on, you know, his roll gravity creating corner threes and stuff like that on the season. If he finishes the game with 12 points and they lose, people are going to be like, oh, but Wemby needs to be doing more. But it's like he's the one creating the offense for the team.
But is he playing to please the narratives, or is he playing to try and win the game?
No, I'm saying
he's creating all the offense for his team. Who cares if he needs to do more? But is he playing to please us, or is he playing to create offense for his team?
But what I'm saying is, I think people are we're talking about how can we get himself going. Or at least I'm under the impression of that's what we're talking about.
Well, they had a 96 offensive rating with him on the floor yesterday. Everything around them offensively was garbage last night. So, but again, the question is, real talk, is that a credit mostly to New York and their defensive process yesterday and their physicalness, or did the Spurs just drop the ball yesterday?
I think one thing that the Knicks started to do, even on those pick and rolls, they just started to play even more further and further back to prevent the lob and just kind of concede like these. Yeah, Stephon Castle, make a 10-foot pull up.
They need to do that. Like,
and
that's not on Wemby at that point.
Oh, no, I agree. I'm not saying it's Wemby's fault. I'm saying Fox wasn't hitting those shots either. So I think we went over last night. They were like, 5 for 21 in the short mid-range or whatever the case may be. And that was them guarding Wemby, preventing him playing like a big man, what we're talking about, at least being able to play finish. And the guards need to be able to make these short-range pull-ups, which to me is a great strategy from the Knicks, because that's been my critique of the Spurs guards, is their lack of pull-up jump shot. I think to Stephon and Harper's credit, they've gotten better at spot threes. Like they've gotten better at that, but both kind of lack a pull-up game. They're not really pull-up shooters. And so they just got to hit some of those shots, and then them hitting some of those can maybe open up some more passing windows to hit Wemby on lobs. But the Knicks just took that away.
Defense. Yeah, they got to prove. This is why, especially Wemby's not a dump it down to him big. So like his guards are going to have to soften the defense somewhat to get him free. So if they're conceding those touch shots, the guards got to make them, which then forces the big to step up, which then opens up Wemby. If they're not making them, Wemby's done his part in terms of creating the easy look for him, in terms of like his roll gravity. The big is now having to stay attached to him. They've got to capitalize. I think the difference between like a Castle and a Harper in that regard is like Castle's just better at probing in the lane. Yeah. So like he's able to like carve out angles that are closer to the rim, whereas Castle's just not in the same regard. So Castle does have to make those shots. De'Aaron has to make those shots, and if they do, then that opens up Wemby. And Wemby has to be more active on the offensive glass without fouling, because there's a bunch of over-the-back fouls that he's committing.
These are more of the shots I'm more upset about Fox missing, because that is his game. Free throw line, kind of in 2 feet in the paint, these little tough, like touch floaters, runners. He's not a good three-point shooter. So it doesn't surprise me when they swing, and De'Aaron Fox is missing a corner three. It doesn't surprise me. I've been watching.
By the way, shout out to
not a good three-point.
B-ball breakdown. He said that they last night in game 1 they missed 20. The Spurs missed 20 open 3-point shots. Now I'm looking at the clips now. It's mostly Fox, Harper, Carter Bryant, some Devin Vassell, but even some closeouts there, and then
the
Wemby.
guys you want shooting. It's the guys.
Right. So do you think in that maybe not? Is that the Knicks though too? They're like, look, we're just going to gamble. You're shooting 30% on open threes in the playoffs. So Fox, Castle, Harper, take as many of those on a late contest as you want.
They're going to live with
that.
that.
Is that a viable strategy over the course of a 7-game series?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
what I said they should do going into it.
I think the Knicks believe
they
that.
got to prove it. Yeah, they got to prove it.
You got to also remember in basketball, like the beauty of basketball, and I always say this when I'm coaching, it's like if you guys run this set right and they guard it correctly, if they're playing good defense, it's gonna work. Like somebody's gonna be open because it's designed to draw defense here, come off of this here, and somebody's gonna be open. So as long as they're playing the defense correctly, you're gonna get this shot off. It's
good defense gives help. And so with help comes you're
gonna get what you want. And also when on the other side, when you're playing defense, you gotta always remember, like, we're gonna have to give up something. You know what I mean? Like it's very rare you see a team that can just lock down everything. Like it's nearly impossible, especially in the finals. You got to know you're playing. It's two great teams, so you have to give up something. And if what I'm giving up is pull up jump shots or wide open jump shots, however they come, 3 balls to De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper, and Carter Bryant, absolutely, we're praying for that.
Yeah. But now,
I think Swiper, they feel good about. I think as well. They feel good about their big tandem on Wemby. Like you saw them yesterday doing the work early, being physical, all those things. So I think that a combination of those two things, having those guys shoot volume threes, as well as our comfort in what the big men can do on Wemby, I think it's probably going to be their strategy moving forward.
And real talk, we did say earlier, Karl-Anthony Towns, when he was the primary defender on Wemby, he held him to 2 of 12 from the field, and they also won the Karl Towns by 9 when they were both shared the floor yesterday. So, I mean, maybe that's just it too. Mars said this, going into the series, and Real Talk had a similar opinion. They didn't put OG on him last night. Like, think about it. If Wemby is hot, we have somebody right over here that can stay with you bar for bar, moving sideways. So if Karl has a tough day, OG go get him. So maybe Real Talk, maybe it's that simple. We have 3 separate people we know you'll struggle with, and ultimately, Real Talk, do you think that's going to be the thing that solves the series for the Knicks in the long run?
I just think, now watching Wemby throughout these playoffs, you got to play him with a big. Like, I understand the OG thing, but the one game he really got his shit off was the game they were trying to do the playing with a small, with some big roaming type.
Well, Caruso 6'5", that's the difference.
Yeah, but OG I think would do a better job, but I'm just saying, like, I'm just rolling with my bigs guarding him. I'm rolling with Mitchell Robinson guarding him. I'm rolling with Cat guarding him.
They have to have a specific
phenomenal job.
profile, though, I think.
You have to
think
get
that
mobile.
specific, like
they're mobile enough. Yeah. You have to like Clinton can't guard them, but
no.
With Real Talk, so with you saying that, like that makes sense. But can you see Mike Brown maybe trying to catch Mitch slipping in game 2 and start with OG on Wemby instead of on De'Aaron?
He might switch it up. I do think he might switch it up. To me, I would have changed from what's working,
right?
But if he does like throw another look at Wemby specifically, just so he doesn't get comfortable seeing the same thing over and over again, because of course, player with more reps sometimes.
But Real Talk, Wemby with OG on him, with Cat roaming, and I want to give Cat credit. People say whatever they want. Cat was excellent last night defensively.
But who was Cat roaming off?
Well, that's the question though. Like, it's probably not going to be Julian.
I would assume it's Castle.
Yeah, it could be Castle there, but then you banking on Castle. Are you going to be able to transition with some of those jumpers today?
I feel like Cat roaming is playing more towards what he doesn't do well defensively, though.
I agree. That's why I've been on the side of put Cat on Wemby.
Yeah,
not because I don't think OG would do a good job, but it's about maximizing as many profiles as possible, and taking Cat off Wemby minimizes his defensive impact, even if it maximizes OG's in some way. But OG being able to guard De'Aaron and then Cat on Wemby, you have elite defensive impacts from both of them as opposed to just one.
So are
Cat's doing a good job. But...
Are we seeing like is this the worst possible matchup for Wemby, similar to Shea with the Thunder, Jokic with the Wolves, for instance? Is this one of those things you're just running into the best possible matchup for you?
I got to see the adjustment first. I got to see the adjustment that Mitch Johnson is going to make. If he's to Ox's point, when we're talking about coaches got to coach, is he going to run more action to get Wemby closer to the basket? Are we going to get more cross screens? Are we going to get more back screens? Are we going to get Wemby running to the rim more? Are we going to get stuff like that? Because Wemby's not a very good screener, and Wemby screens with his hands a lot. Wemby doesn't screen with his body.
Yeah,
he screens with his hands a lot, and that doesn't work because it's easy to slip that sort of stuff. So I think that I need to see the adjustment from Coach Johnson to see what kind of space he's going to put Wemby in to make him more effective. Because if he doesn't, then this very well, to your point, Swiper, could be a bad matchup for Wemby. Yes.
Yeah, because the difference is, Chet did a good job, by the way, but Chet's like smaller frame. Hart can't really stay side to side with him, and then outside of that, they didn't have the body. But it just feels like the Knicks are super big. Tupac Westside 474 $10. Morning, fellas. Last night's exactly why I love basketball. Respect to JB for coming back hurt and balling in the fourth. Cat for stepping up and locking down. Hart and OG for hustling. Wemby settled too much though. Yeah,
I think people need to get used to the idea that Wemby's going to be a jump shooter, and that's not necessarily him settling. Just by the way, like he's going to be a jump shooter.
Tired, real talk. I
do
they're
think
gonna have to accept the kids exhausted.
Yeah.
You know what? I think that sometimes though, having so much optionality can be a bad thing. And I think, Mars, you've made this point a few times, which I think is brilliant, where there are certain guys in the league where less is more. Like when you're very talented and you can do a lot of different things, sometimes it's hard to have so many options because Wemby can go out there and do a lot of different things just by his sheer talent. I think Paolo's another guy who sometimes suffers with this a little bit, where he's like big enough to like bully people, but then also like if he has a good jump shooting night, he can fall in love with the jump shot, which isn't necessarily a good thing. So I think that at some point though, Wemby will have to decide which way he leans. Am I going to be a big that's like never going to put on size, play on the perimeter mostly, or am I going to have a go-to move, put on a little bit more size, be able to bang a little bit more down low and do all my damage there? I don't actually think there's a world that exists where he lives in perfect harmony between the perimeter game and the big man game, because he can do a lot of different things. But I think, and it might be matchup dependent, but I think that there will come a time where he has to lean either way, because I think that sometimes having too much, the consistency of his game at his best, you would want that to be more stable rather than the shooting variance, for example, can really be something that is problematic potentially.
We got a narrative super chat here.
He's a promo scorer. That's it. He's a promo
Blackest Panther $10. First of all, LeBron James is the effing GOAT. But for Jordan fans, if when we lose the series, he can never be the GOAT because he won't have a perfect record. Shout out to General Grievous. If you don't know who that is.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah. Star Wars. I think we did a great job of staying out of the narratives today. I think this has been a great basketball discussion. Thankfully, we have not had, when we lose this series, what's going to happen to his legacy, because honestly, nobody cares.
He's 22.
Shut up. But if Brunson wins this series, this is going to be a very fun summer. Yeah. So Carl Anthony Towns too. Way to rebuild your legacy.
I'm just glad I've been here early.
Yeah, shout out. You just briefly got off the train, but you got right back on.
No, I'm talking about the Jalen Brunson. I'm talking about
Jalen Brunson. You've been on it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Special player.
Very special.
Chill. I wish Bojan could see this. Chill. I just was Bojan could see this.
I know how you was feeling about Bojan. You got on that train real quick when they ended up trading for him. But you know what? We actually got a better player, so I get it.
Cowboy Bob, $10. Clown music for the Knicks intro. Brunson a flopper. Cat can't guard Wemby. Hart offensive is a negative. Knicks won the bench, especially 8 of 15. Knicks kept opponents under 100. So 8 of 15 Knicks games, they kept opponents under 100. Cat showed leadership. Go Knicks, go.
Yeah, Cat's been amazing, man. This whole playoff run, I've been trying to like say it as like loud as possible, because like rightfully so, Brunson's getting a lot of credit, but like Karl Anthony Towns has been fantastic all throughout. And he's doing it without having to put up 20, 25 or whatever. Like, he's just shout out to Cat, man. I like what I'm saying.
He's playing
I
grown man
just-
Miles,
basketball.
I've heard so many different times, throughout the course of these playoffs, even when in the NBA championship, who's going to guard Wemby? He's going to fry Cat. Well, first of all, Cat's not just going to have to deal with him one-on-one like Olajuwon was dealing with Ewing and like Ewing was dealing with Olajuwon. There's going to be schemes. There's going to be spaces where they're going to put him against Wemby, right? He's not just going to be one-on-one with Wemby. On top of that, Wemby's got to deal with him too, on top of that. And I think that with Cat using his offense as defense, using his offense as defense, I think that very well could affect Wemby. And Wemby said yesterday in the interview that, I'm not really worried about anything. We missed a lot of opportunities. Guess what, big fella? So did the Knicks. The Knicks did too. They missed a lot of
Yeah, but
opportunities.
he's not meant to believe that. He's meant to be like, oh, we locked down the Knicks. They struggled because of us, and we struggled because of us. Like, he's not meant to believe the Knicks. I think Wemby's got to come off, Cat. That's my opinion.
Take a step back on defense.
Yeah, like
No.
you can't be pressing up on him. I'm not saying switch the matchup. Because I don't.
That would
I
be
mean,
problematic for
you
the
can try
DHOs, don't you think?
I
If you
mean,
just put your
it
stick
can,
hand up, it's
it
long
can
enough.
be, but like in my opinion, like if you're running a DHO with Jalen Brunson, I just think, in my opinion, if Wemby's playing off, you've just got to tell Castle, whoever, you've got to top lock Brunson. You can't let him come off the handle. You've got to top lock him and then take away the back cut. And if he beats you on a back cut, either Wemby can now get back and recover, or Castle has to man up and play defense. But you can't let him use the screen off the ball. And then if they are running regular pick and roll, Wemby's got to play it. Wemby's got to play either a drop or a hedge. Especially, like, let's say he's guarding a Josh Hart, for example. You got to double Jalen Brunson and then let Josh Hart play in the pocket. Like, that's what you got to do. But you can't be pressing up into Cat. It just doesn't make sense. You're taking away your rim protection and you're allowing Cat to do what he might do better. Cat might be a better driver than like a shooter. Not because he can't shoot, but because his shooting opens up the drive.
Would you say
That makes
his
sense.
driving is more important to their offense than the shooting because
Yeah,
no one's getting him
that's
open?
probably a better way to phrase it. Yeah,
Yeah.
like his driving is what opens up so much in terms of the pressure he's drawing as a big out there, and then now he's driving by you. You got to play off him. Like, in my opinion, you got to play off him. And then
Well, the shooting
make-
is
you
more
gotta make him
important
hit that,
because
though.
the shooting is
the
what
shooting opens up the drive.
Well,
Yeah,
I
so
think-
like,
but-
I'm probably
you don't-
misphrased.
Yeah.
I'm probably misphrased.
You don't. I mean, Victor Wembanyama is so long though, real talk. You don't. I'm not. You don't come all the way off him, but you got to
Yeah, you
take
don't have to go all
a
the
good
way.
size step.
I do
back.
agree,
You can
yeah.
still- you can still have a hand up, and when he
Big hand,
shoots
yeah.
that, when he raises up, don't bite at it. Like, don't just keep a hand up. Make him hit a couple of those. You know what I mean? Because if Victor Wembanyama, what I was saying in the group chat yesterday was, I just think Victor was just a little overzealous yesterday. I think he was just a little too amped up. He was trying to lock Cat. He was trying to get in him. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, take a step back, young fella. Put your hand up and make him knock that shot.
Do y'all know that Karl Anthony Towns in this playoff run, he's shooting 60% from 2 and 47% from 3?
He doesn't.
So
miss.
that's my thing. Like, I think that but I think Cat's run in these playoffs is a great example of players don't always have to be married to their reputation. Like, if you're a bad jump shooter, you don't have to be a bad jump shooter forever. Like, Cat's reputation has always been, he's a bad defender, he's soft. But in this playoff run, he's been a great defender. And he hasn't been soft either. He's been a monster on the glass like Chill always likes. You know you're going to get that from him every single night. Like, other players around the league should be looking at this this Cat run and be thinking, hey, if I'm carrying some sort of reputation in the league and people don't think I'm this or that, man, you don't have to be that forever. Like, even at the professional level, you can improve. So, like, it's just been a great story, man. It's been.
What if the narrative
I
was
think the only
just
reason
wrong?
Cat got the
though?
soft narrative is because of his voice. Like, I genuinely believe that's the only reason he got the soft narrative. Now, the defense
and
stuff
the
was
Butler
accurate.
and the Butler
Stuff.
stuff.
But
like,
when he
Cat-
was young,
in my opinion,
Mars,
Cat-
he was soft.
No, yeah, when Boogie was bullying him in the post, but like, Cat hasn't been soft in my opinion
3 years.
for like years at
Me
this
too.
point. The defense stuff, cool,
Mhm.
but like Cat being soft, I don't think that's really been tied to reality. Like,
Ever since he
for a
been
while.
locking them
Okay.
Jokic. What was that, Swipe?
Yeah, I don't-
23, 24?
20.
I don't
24
think
when
that's
he was
been
on
tied
the
to him
team.
for a while. Like, I don't
But
think
then even
it's
he's, Mark, he's one of the best defensive rebounders in the sport for years now. Like,
absolutely,
that
yeah,
matters.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And offensive rebounders.
I just know.
To a lesser extent, but yeah, he's one of the best rebounders in the league, like, for sure. And then he's a physical driver, probably too physical, like, but he's a physical driver, extremely skilled big. Like, if I'm the Spurs, I mean, his offensive talent is undeniable. Like, I don't know, hot take. Cat's more offensively skilled than Wemby is.
Yeah, of course.
Hotter take.
Easily.
Cat was the best offensive
Easily.
player on the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'll say it. Nobody else won't say it. I'll say it. Cat was
That-
the
Like
best
2023, like
The
He was the
23-24
best
season.
offensive
I don't think that's a hot take for that
I'll
season.
say it.
Playoffs, it wasn't the case, but the
I think
regular
that's something
season,
I think that's something I may have also said that year, but I was not as high.
He's
on
one of the
that
most
back then.
skilled players ever. Like,
that's the biggest sell job on a 60-point game ever, though. We can't say that.
Oh
much.
yeah, that was crazy. But like Cat's offensive talent is through the roof in terms of the amount
Look
of
at
things he
Penn.
can
Look
do.
at Penn, brother. If you can't admit that Cat's been like great defensively in this run, brother, I don't know. Like, what else you got to do? What else does he have to do?
He's
What
got
else
he's
does he
got
have
to
to
change. He's got to not be named Cat. Like that's it. To Damien's point about the reputation, if he wasn't named Cat,
yeah.
like no one would be questioning his defensive prowess in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But he's been amazing offensively, and what I would do, like where Cat still struggles, in my opinion, is just making decisions on the move when you force him to like speed up. So like if he's driving, I need to show him a crowd. Like he needs to have to make those quick decisions, not just drive one-on-one with a Wemby or whoever on me. If he has to see multiple bodies and multiple hands, then we'll see what decisions can he make as a passer out of that. Is he going to start committing offensive fouls? I want to show him bodies. Now if he deals with that, then he deals with it. But that's what I want to see.
Man, he made a conference finals, might win finals MVP in a 3-year stretch, bro.
We just letting Chill get that off like that.
Yes,
What did
we
you
are
say?
letting Chill get that off.
Well,
Yes,
that
Carl
24,
Anthony
that 24
Towns.
Cat was
in
better
tw-
offensively than
yes,
24.
Carl Anthony Towns is the best offensive player on.
The guy that was
Yes.
getting 40 balls in the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
Well, I think he meant regular
there's a
season.
There's a
but
difference
I don't
between
know.
there's a difference between better bucket getter and better offensive player. Those two things ain't the
I
same
mean, who's
thing.
receiving
That's
more attention?
It's interesting because if you Rob, I'm glad
Okay,
you brought that up, real talk, because the guy's receiving more attention. How many times have we seen that? How many times have we seen that dude receiving more attention and he doesn't get off the ball well? He doesn't make good decisions. But the other guy, who is a really good scorer and does receive a vast amount of attention and does get off the ball and does pass very well. On top of that, be a hub for the offense. There's a difference between us running plays for you and you getting buckets as opposed to us running the offense through you.
Mars,
Cat was the hub in 24.
I think Anthony Edwards was their primary bucket getter. I think that they ran a lot of their stuff through Cat. I do. And they were successful when they was running that stuff through Cat.
all right.
Yes.
Get some more of these super chats, y'all. $10. We got Crystal Carasolis, 75.80, $10. First team to hold the Spurs under 100 points in the playoffs. Cat, a two-way demon, kept us afloat. Cat took us home. They better win game 2 because they're not winning the MSG. What do I know? He's so weak, huh? First team under 100.
Mm-hmm.
Cat wasn't
Yeah,
able to
that's-
be a
that's
hub
impressive.
like that because Rudy Gobert existed. So, but that's beside. We're on this side.
Yeah, I want to make sure that we okay. I also want to make sure that we was on that. Yes, sir.
It's an off-season conversation.
Mhm.
Yeah, that 12-2 run by the Knicks in the third quarter, that Cat was
But
spearheading.
this is what happens. Winning can kind of rewrite your past a little bit. So
It can rewrite it, but again, I mean, I vividly remember you and I, Mars, actually having a conversation about when I said that I thought Cat was the best offensive player on that group. You didn't solely agree with me, but I can see.
I saw where you were coming. Yeah, I saw where you were
I
coming
can
from,
see
yeah.
your point.
But I've always been high on Cat's offense. I've always like the skill set is undeniable. In my opinion.
We got a $20 super chat. Pimp named Slipback 7780. Swiper, you a Midwest kid talking about don't riot. In 04 Boston and 2018 Philly burned. Them Knicks fans are waiting decades. The city gonna be up in flames as they win this. Y'all don't get Northeast culture. Ass chill. No, I'm fine with Northeast culture. Still don't burn your city down. Number 2, I'm not from the Midwest. Colorado is 100% West. The Midwest is like Ohio and all that. Like literally go look it up. Ohio and all that. That's the Midwest. Midwest is like up there where like all these other places are. We're not in the
We
we're
get
in the
it.
West.
You're from Ohio, Colorado, Atlanta. We know.
No, I'm not from Ohio. I've never been to have I been to Ohio? I don't even know if I've been to Ohio. It's not
the
Midwest.
Rocky Mountain, like
much
yeah,
there.
and if
There's not much
I
there,
mean,
to be
look,
fair.
Swiper, when you talk about like the old school geographical terms of America, sure, Colorado's out west.
No,
But it's in the Rocky
the West.
Mountains.
It's not. I think it's dumb. Remember high school rankings? They had us Midwest rankings. But when you look at the rankings,
Yeah,
it was
because
West.
there's like 5 states until you get to the ocean.
I know it doesn't make sense to me. I feel like it should be the Midwest, but we're traditionally called the West, though. So
Right.
you know,
Traditionally, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And my sentiment, New York, is burn that motherfucker down. Knock all that shit over. I told y'all yesterday, knock all that shit over. Have a blast. And if you see somebody
This
out
message
there
is not sponsored by Player
if
Choice.
it's sponsored by Ox. If you see somebody outside in a Spurs jersey, tear that motherfucker off their back.
No, don't do that. There's a wife and child out there. Don't hurt them.
Don't hurt them. I didn't
Cal-
say beat them up. I said tear
If you tear a jersey off somebody, you gonna hurt them. Like there's no way not to hurt them.
I scraped my elbow. I got a boo-boo. Man,
No,
take
leave
it
them
off.
alone. Hey, kids from
Take it
Manhattan,
off.
stay in Manhattan. Go tear your own tree down. Matter of fact, go to your 3rd floor of your house, tear the jersey off the wall. Do that. Stay away from them.
What Flex say on that one? Y'all remember that? No? Okay, never mind. Never mind. When he said going to the nearest store, put your hand in the register. It was tripping. All right, y'all. I guess y'all missed that. But either way, he need to come with another one. If you see somebody in a jersey other than a New York Knicks jersey, it's yours now.
Yeah, shout out. Thank you for the super chat. Bob Solo, Cowboy Boss, Swipey must not have heard me tell Chill about this version of Cat offense and defense. And Penn, Spurs defense was on point. Making when we run on both ends work, giving Knicks an advantage. 1 out of 4. Go, Knicks, go. Chill, is Cowboy Bob gonna buy a new cowboy hat, you think, if they win the title?
No, I don't think so. I think he'll keep the current one that he has.
I don't know. Them Stetsons is expensive too.
Facts, Penn. You're bordered with Kansas.
Yeah, he's gonna get a new cowboy hat if the Knicks win for sure. It might be orange and blue. Might be a custom
orange and blue Stetson. I've never seen this color Stetson in my life.
with a finals trophy on.
No,
on
just
the side.
I would do a black. I would just get or a white, and I'll get a feather, white and blue. You know what I mean? Feather with orange and blue. You know what I mean? That's what I would do.
I usually don't do this. I'm sorry. I know Swappy usually does this, but Lord Omega, please get off your knees, bro. It's been 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. Your jaw got to be sore by now. I done busted like 4 times, bro. Get up. Go to work, bro. Go do something. This is ridiculous. Go ahead, Swiper. I'm saying I don't got enough meat for all that. Go do something.
Hey, real talk. What did Chad Johnson say? I'm
all in. Hey, I'm all in. Ain't no extra.
At this point,
no
I'm pushing pasta at this point. Like, come on, bro.
And they gracious.
Get your ass.
What they be thinking you gonna do anyway? They think you just go. Hey, hold on. I got a few inches in my pocket. Oh, wait a minute. Tape it on there or something. Hey, I'm all in.
Y'all remember the old commercials with the old milk commercials where you try to pour the milk in there and then start tapping the box like it's empty.
The ketchup.
Bro. That's what I'm doing. I'm like, ain't nothing in there.
That's all I got left.
That's the funniest Chad Johnson segment of all time, man.
All of it. You ain't take some of it. You took all of it. I love it.
All right. Pussy Boy 123, $20. Why people act like the Knicks are ridiculous underdogs? The Knicks are a better team than the Spurs, better players, and they're all in their prime. Them winning this series isn't groundbreaking.
It is not groundbreaking. That's a fact.
Once again, most of us up here have the Knicks winning.
Yep.
I do think it is very
We're in the
interesting.
minority.
Yeah, that the panel be different from the outside, like most of the time, or like everybody else. I'm not gonna lie, a majority of people were picking the Spurs to win the series. So I get why
they have Wemby.
That's for that reason.
Wemby,
that
right?
reason only.
That's all they say.
For that reason.
The Knicks don't come in as underdogs to me though. Like this was a very even matchup to me, especially like the Knicks were like rolling.
I thought
11
the Knicks
straight
were
heading into the-
overwhelming favorites.
I was comfortably picking the Knicks this year.
I was talking about
But,
yesterday
I
was talking about yesterday on Hoop Talk. Like, I genuinely think the Knicks are like clearly the favorites in this series. Now, if the Spurs end up winning, I'm still going to say it. I still thought the Knicks were clearly favorites. I'm just going to give the Spurs credit for managing to overcome. But the Knicks to me like clearly have way more ways of beating the Spurs than the inverse, and that's why I think they're the favorites because it's all about just optionality in my opinion.
Yeah.
Now the Spurs can win, but the Knicks to me are like quite clearly the
Yeah.
superior team.
Mars, it looks like the Knicks going back to Madison Square up 2-0.
If they did that, could you
Is
imagine
game
the
two
crowd
like the
noise?
Spurs game 7, by the way? Like
The Spurs have to win
Is
game
New York
I
dropping
mean, it's-
any?
it's
is
pretty
New York
important.
dropping
It's pretty
any at home?
important.
Like
If they go up
You know-
3-1,
Oh my god.
yeah, bro, it's
Right.
it's gonna be a tough day. Astro Boy 3768 $20. I hope y'all Knicks guys says it loud and proud. Spurs in 6, as you should. They played as bad as possible offensively, miss easy shots, cat rim protection, please. So much basketball left to play. Don't switch up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should be. If you're a
If the
fan of
Spurs win, the
Spurs,
Spurs win. Like
Yeah.
I don't have,
it's a long series.
I don't
yeah.
care who wins more so than I just think the Knicks are better in this matchup.
yeah.
All right.
Another $10 super chat. Pimp name Slipback 7780. Thank you so much. $20. Jalen Brunson is like Eli and Derek Jeter. And Wires don't care what they're doing in the regular season show. He's showing up when it matters. All the stuff in December and February doesn't matter the same.
I'm not mad at that.
Derek Jeter, that's cool.
I mean, when
Getting a little shaky
Bron's
from
allowed,
the-
to coast through regular seasons and be the best player in the world, but Jalen Brunson can't. Interesting.
Okay.
Notice
Hell,
that.
1 out of 10 rage bait. I've seen you do better work,
That's not rage bait. That's did Bron coasted through regular seasons?
and now
But-
you're trying to make it a 3.
No,
That's
I'm
it.
not. But
I'm
but
not
but
entertaining.
no, I'm
you.
not. Okay, I'm not. You don't even need to entertain it. I'm speaking. I'm speaking for the clip or whatever. Bron was able to coast through regular seasons, and then in the playoffs came around, he was able to hoop, got it done. Best player in the world. No one argued. Jalen Brunson doesn't have S tier regular seasons. Steps up in the playoffs, gets it done, and yeah, he's not Bron, but all of a sudden he can't be better than Cade Cunningham because of regular seasons. Are we serious?
Cade performed in the playoffs as well.
What years?
And
did
so
Bron
did
go
Steph
through,
Curry.
Mars?
But guess what? Bron was better than him.
15, 16, 17.
So did Kevin
18,
Durant. But guess what?
Okay.
Bron was better than them.
13,
I think
14.
after this
Jalen
run,
Brunson-
Brunson's
Jalen
gonna
Brunson
be
can't.
regarded very
I'm not
highly, I
saying
think.
Brunson is Bron. You guys stupid. I'm not saying that because Bron was also better than Steph Curry and KD. I'm saying Brunson can't be better than Cade Cunningham
What's
because
up?
of regular seasons.
What's up?
Or like, are we serious? So because Cade plays better in the regular season, even
Oh,
though Brunson is like quite clearly better in the playoffs.
Don't put that on me. I ain't saying that. Let's hold on right now.
I think
Uh,
I
Drink
would,
more.
I would like to see
regarded after this
consistency.
run.
I would like for you to be great in the regular season and playoffs.
But he was great in the regular season. He just wasn't the best player in the world.
I'm
he
not
was
talking
great.
about anybody specifically. I'm just saying I don't like when people make it seem like the regular seasons are only. I mean, the playoffs are the only thing that matters. I would
I
like
agree
for you to
with
play well in the
I agree
regular
with
season as well.
I agree with that. But everyone
The
was
reason
comfortable
why
saying
that
Jimmy
happened
Butler
with
top
Bron,
10.
obviously, is because by the time we get to because I think regular season, like peak regular season, Bron to me ends 2014, right? I think that's the last time he's like real MVP. Well, he's always an MVP level player, but like best regular season player in the league. By the time we get to 2015 forward, it does start to get like that, but that's because we're coming off. I mean, he's coming off one of the best regular season stretches of all time. So, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he can get best in the world benefit of the doubt. Jalen Brunson can't get better than Cade benefit of the doubt.
Drink more water, $20 super
Sure.
chat. To expand on your point just now, Chill, the pressure of the NBA Finals, Cat talking about feeling like a kid again, sitting up for an AAU game and also feeling his mom's present in the stands was a great listen.
Love that.
Yeah, it was.
That was
Mama here.
was
Uh-oh. Mama
Yeah, people,
here.
you know,
Mama
people
here.
remember his
Team
mother.
here. Oh,
His mother
boy.
and several family members, they died because of COVID in 2020. So it was a very tough year. Been a very tough decade for him in general. But Cat has gone through a lot of adversity. So shout out to him. I'm
Can you
very
believe
happy
that,
for him and
Michael?
his success.
Can you
Huh?
believe, can you believe that, Swiper? Like if is that the trade-off? I'd much rather have my mother back than
No,
win
not
the
even
NBA
a
championship
question.
with the Knicks.
I'd rather be the poorest man in the world than.
I'd much rather have my mother back. Thank you very much. I think this is fantastic to win the NBA championship, but I'd much rather have my mother back than win the NBA championship.
Yeah, I mean, I do it. Yes, I do anything. I do anything possible for my people back. Yeah, for sure. $10 average. Joe 1789. Wemby was super gassed. That one offensive possession was a clear sign. Man shot 2 of the most on target shots, but simultaneously deferred the thing from hitting the rim shots I've ever seen.
The way he described that was funny.
Takes
Who
a level
made
of
the-
accuracy to hit sides of the backboard back.
Who made the off the glass three on the
Deuce? I mean,
Deuce
mom.
McBride.
deuce? Yeah, it was
McBride.
was it movement too?
Ridiculous. Yeah,
Yeah,
And it hit
going
like
to his
top of
left
the
in the
corner.
left corner, top of the glass.
Yeah, it
It's
was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice shot. Landry has some big ones, and I was happy he kept
Landry
shooting.
doesn't miss. Like Landry's
Landry's a
doesn't
gun,
miss.
man.
He's
He's
I
a
think
great
he
player.
started off 0 for 3 or something like that. If I'm not mistaken,
Maybe 0 for 2. Yeah, maybe 0 for
0
2.
for 2.
but
Okay, yeah, but this
He's
is
just- yeah,
he's a shooter, man. He's a shooter. He's going to keep shooting.
It's nice to see how Landry.
No more
I'm not going to say he
minimum- no more minimums.
reinvented himself because he's always been a shooter. That's always been like his
Well,
thing.
he can, yeah,
But seeing himself become like an actual impactful NBA player
yeah.
from where he was, because like a few years back he was just so frail, like you
Mhm.
just couldn't play him. But now like he's filled out a little bit. He's playing defense, and now he's shooting the hell out of the ball. On top of that, it's like you've got like a legit.
He was nearly out of the league.
Yeah.
He was nearly out of the league.
Was he out of the league for a year?
He was technically out of the league. But then Malcolm Brogdon
maybe, I
retired,
don't know.
and he
Yeah.
ended up, he went down to the G League as well and everything. So he's a great story as well. There's a lot of good stories in this finals.
Yeah.
I don't think we shouted out Champagne enough. Just the way he was shooting that basketball, you can't waste a performance like that. That's all
11
I'm
threes in
saying.
the last 2 games.
Yeah, I had to apologize to Champagne because I thought he was a playoff dropper. He has not been a playoff dropper. So yeah, my fault, Champagne.
Yeah, we got Johnny 31337 $10. One of our worst shooting nights, and we still put it off with grit. 12 of 31, sure, but we're not worried about efficiency stats in the last round to win it all. Knicks and 6. Josh is the heart of New York.
Shout out to Jalen Brunson, man. Empty that clip.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Clip FC.
We
There
3
are a lot of
wins
guys
away
that
from
match the
getting better
identity
than
of the
Nash.
city. Yeah.
Yeah, but once the Spurs, I'm interested to see what happens because I'm pretty sure the Spurs are going to stop switching. They're going to try and keep Carson attached.
In real
I'm
talk,
curious to
we
see how
heard you.
that
If
runs.
Steve Nash played on this team, you can believe he wouldn't have missed 12
No,
shots last night.
facts. He would have been even worse defensively.
No, he would have just, and the offense would have been way better too. So shouts to you, though. We can talk about
I
that
mean,
more.
the Knicks, the Spurs didn't attack Jalen Brunson. I mean, Nash can hide if they're just not going to.
Nash doesn't execute hedge and recovering nearly as good as Jalen Brunson.
Oh, brother. No longer, Gabe. $10. This is why field goal percentage should not matter. Just get the win, exactly what Jalen Brunson did. Top 5 all-time playoff PG score ever. Point blank. Respect that, man.
Damn efficient.
Well, I think the win would have been easier to come by if Brunson went 31 for 31.
And he
So-
said that after the
That's
game. He said he was poor.
Possibly,
He said
yeah.
he was poor through 3/4. Brunson said he was poor through 3/4.
So, like, I don't
That's
agree with the
just-
field goal percentage thing. Doesn't matter because ultimately the game probably wouldn't have been as close if Jalen Brunson was 21 for 31. So
Definitely.
I want to be very clear, like just from where my head is at with that. Absolutely, you want to be as accurate and efficient and make as many shots as possible. Obviously, I'm just saying I don't want, when it comes to these type of games, I don't want to, get into the, oh well, he wasn't efficient, so he sucked conversation.
Yours is more approach-based, mentality-based, Ox. Like
Yeah.
empty the clip if you're going to empty the clip. Yeah. I feel that.
and go 14 for 29 before you go 6 for 8, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
shouts.
Go
I-
1 for 100 before you go 1 for 3.
I just want to.
Shout out to Chet, man. Shout out to Chet.
I just want to put it out there that we talk a lot about efficiency. I mean, I was around Swiper when I saw Michael Jordan in Game 3 of the NBA championship. He shot 43 shots. He did that.
Yes, you should.
That 100%
Yeah,
happened. Jordan shot the ball 43 times. The next game, Ox, he shot the ball 37 times. I just want to put that on your mind, Ox. I just want to put that
Different
out.
times.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
my
time.
thing
Going
is this.
on.
My thing is this, Chill. It's not Michael Jordan's job to be efficient. It's not Jalen Brown's job or Jalen Brunson's job to be efficient. It's your job to be efficient. Mikhail, you go 5 for 7. You know what I mean?
That's a fact, actually.
You know what I'm saying? Like
You
y'all
could-
It's my job. It's my job to get him up. It's your job to make him.
Exactly.
Like,
Now you better not go 1 for 13. You know what I'm saying? You better not go 2 for 21.
I mean,
For
Wilson
me,
Chandler going 0 for 11 in a must-win game in 2017-18.
Trevor Ariza 2018.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because you know
Shout
what?
out
That
to
actually,
Chandler.
even though because even from a let's go analytical stat
Uh-oh.
perspective,
Uh-oh.
the star player, his shot quality is much worse than the role player.
Yeah.
So if I'm creating wide open looks for you, Nigga, you the one supposed to be efficient. You the one supposed to be accurate. I'm taking fall away, tough, contested twos. Yeah, I'm gonna miss some of them. Yeah, and I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to. You're the NBA pro, wide open, make a goddamn wide open shot. Yeah.
That's what DeJounte Murray said last year, and y'all hated on him for when he shot the ball 50 times. That's exactly what he said.
44 shots. I mean, Cade had a game this year, right? He had like 46 shots for 45
against Washington.
Like
against
Hey,
Washington.
Pin, while you're at it, could
They
you
got the
please
win.
check Victor Wembanyama's too, please? Thanks, Benjamin.
Yeah, thanks. Please and thank you.
I
I
hear
talk.
Michael Jordan name and he got instantly in that defensive sense.
Hey, boys, do them feet get chopping? Do them hands get busy?
Damn, he turned into
Them feet get
Kawhi
chopping,
Leonard
them
to
hands
hear
get
Michael
busy.
Jordan's name.
What? The feet get chopping and them hands get busy quick. Like what? What you say? What?
I talk, you listen. 1441, $10. Spurs going to have to make a decision this offseason with Fox. I think Harper should be starting next year. Harper production in the playoffs and his potential. You have to start him sooner than later. You don't have to, but
He just has to play more minutes. I'm not obsessed with the starting versus bench thing. He just has to play more than 23, 24 minutes. But starting, I don't care.
yeah, shout out to him.
Have y'all noticed that, like I was gonna say, have y'all noticed that like the Spurs are like eerily similar to like the 14 Spurs, where like Wemby's Duncan, they have like a cheat code big, then they have like a speedy guard, which is like Ginobili and Fox, and they have like a shifty lefty, which is like Harper and Ginobili, two-way, which is like Kawhi and Castle, and then a sharpshooter like Penny and Danny Green. That's
Who's the
really
Benito
weird.
Nick?
I
Who's the
mean, well,
Benito Negro?
Wemby is like unequivocally like way better than Tim Duncan was in 2014.
Yeah, but just like the
2014.
dominant big.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I feel it.
I don't even know if I would call him dominant by 2014, but he was big for sure. So shout
Y'all
out to
won
him.
DPOY that year. Respect to Timmy. Almost, but he was first team all defense, wasn't
DPOY in 2014 was Joakim Noah, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He was still playing very good. He was still playing
still
very
a good
good defense at that point.
No, he was still an amazing defender.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
still playing with you.
Wemby was still undeniably the better player. So yeah.
Can we please stop talking about Tim Duncan on this channel, please? Please just don't bring him up.
Ops, that's not even.
There's no way
Nah, I
you're
just don't
telling
wanna-
me
I just don't want to.
2014 Tim Duncan
didn't say
isn't
that.
worse than Wemby?
I didn't say that.
I'm asking.
Yes, Smalls, he is. And I'm the
Yes,
Tim
he
Duncan
is. He's
aficionado
worse.
over here. Yes, he is.
Hey,
Mav
I'd
20
rather have Tim Duncan though. But
All right, Mav 22, $10. The personnel to go against Wemby are bigs that can either initiate offense or space the floor. Unfortunately for San Antonio, Cat is both. Anytime I can turn Wemby into an on-ball defender, I've won.
That was
I agree.
supposed to be Chet, only except it wasn't. The big who can initiate offense and knock down an open shot, only except that didn't happen. Unfortunately.
I think
yo, Morris, could you relax?
I'm chilling, man.
God.
Chet can't do what, Mars, you were saying?
Might have gone a bridge.
Chet can't initiate. Chet can't initiate offense. It's just that's not him. Chet's a off-ball big too. That's what he is. He's a play finisher, catch and shoot wide open, occasional drive off a closeout, spin jumper, catch lobs, play the dunker spot. That's what Chet is. And then he's a dominant rim protecting drop defender.
What you need
that's
if you're
what he
going
is.
up against Wemby is you need a big that's going to keep him
wrong with you,
honest.
dude?
That's it.
Come here.
You need a big that's gonna keep Wemby occupied. You don't need a
Yes.
big you don't need a like Lajuan, Shaq, like them dudes are gone. You need a big that's going to keep him focused on you. Like he can't just I'll deal with it. No, he has to be able to know every second where you are, what you're doing. He cannot have any plays off when you are on the floor. None.
If I don't get that series next year, I'm going to be livid. Livid.
What series?
The Nuggets and Spurs. I need to see that series so I can see that.
I
for
bet
7
you do,
games.
Swiper.
Like, you
Yeah,
gotta
I
see
need
your
to-
roster
I bet
before
you-
you even.
No,
think
I know.
about
That's
it.
fine. Guess what? It might be. What's Fantecchio? What was his name?
Fontecchio?
Yeah, it might be Fantecchio playing there next year,
They
but
might
whatever. I
have,
still
yeah.
want to see it.
Mhm.
Yeah, shout out. Buttered Biscuit 6350, $10. Swipe at the dad that's short once we get drafted. Where were you when the mama couldn't keep the lights on? And I didn't have a ride in my AAU games. You are not a New Yorker and we'll never accept you. First off, I am real talk. I am more invested in New York than a lot of y'all are. I'll keep it at that. I reside in New Jersey and New York partial time. Ox knows. I'll keep that to myself. But trust me, very, very deep in the New York streets. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate that, though. I would never abandon my child, by the way. I'm gonna be
New York is when you was up there with that white woman.
No. Young boy goated. 91-68. That was you, actually, sir, when we were in San Francisco, just twirling around with her too, Becky. And I'm serious. Chill is Jersey. He had
I wasn't in
cousins,
San
so
Francisco.
he
I was
talked
in LA.
crazy.
Get it right.
And we'll still pass him a plate. Houston, Denver, the West Coast. Y'all not allowed. I'm letting Nets fans come to the parade before y'all.
And since I am the cousin, and that is a fact, Mars, Jersey is the cousin, but New York is the grandma house who, that grandmother that you hate to go over her house? That's who that grandmother is. So she ain't the fun grandma. No, damn, we got to go see her. Okay, hate her and she hate me. That grandma, you got to go over her house. Yes.
That's cool.
But I'm going over there, though, because it's usually she got some candy over there. She just don't like me, and I don't like her. Like, she usually got something to eat, but I'll go over because she family, no doubt.
And as far as the West Coast goes, we good everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We run the world.
Facts.
So
I love me some West Coast, boy. Let me
The
tell you.
Kingslayer for $10. W Embiid, wake it up, Mars.
Good
That
name.
Embiid
About
segment was so
WMB, like the guy was trash against New York. I'm just not listening to they would have beat Boston about him. I'm just not. I disagree.
Shouts. We got Riddell, PBP somehow won our fantasy football league last year with a bottom 3 team, but lucked his way into the playoffs. Considering how well Cat has played against, no, it's just actually really what happened. How well Cat has played against Jokic. If you keep this up versus Wemby, what kind of conversation are we gonna have about the big purr? Also, Harper and Wemby can be an all-time great duo.
Well, we can definitely get rid of the soft thing. I think that can go away. Like, if he continues to play like this and they end up winning the NBA championship, like, it's incredible how winning just changes the logic on people, even though it's already been done. Like, to
Pau
your point,
Gasol was considered soft.
Pau Gasol was a soft big. Yes, he was. He was he was a Euro. That's what he was. He wasn't he was a Euro. So
Dirk was considered for the same reason. Dirk was
again,
considered
Dirk
soft.
was a Euro, even though Dirk was not soft, right? But once you win, like, he ain't soft no more.
Pau was a little soft in 08. Very skilled. He was a little soft.
He wasn't soft when he saw Garnett.
Not in
There
10,
wasn't
though.
nothing soft about that.
2010.
Why you keep saying that? KG was putting it on that boy.
No, he was cooking. Gasol was cooking Kevin
Gasol
Garnett.
was cooking in 2010.
In 2008, he
Yeah,
was not prepared for
once
that.
KG ain't have the same
2009,
mobility he once used to have.
He said, Swiper said 08 though, real talk.
I didn't say a year. You didn't hear. I didn't say that at all. Actually,
Yes, you did.
You just created a word. I didn't say any of that.
I'll rewind.
I didn't say any of that. You created that in your
Did he
brain.
make that up, Swiper? Did he
I
make
didn't
that
say
up?
nothing.
Did he make that up,
I
Swiper?
didn't say anything about 2008. I said nothing. I didn't say a number. Actually, all I said, focus on Kevin Garnett. That's all I said. You heard 08 and Garnett because your ears need to be clean. They got them little machines with the water. Real talk. Literally, you put them at the side of your head.
Mm-hmm. And then
No, I'm sorry. That was real talk that said 08. My bad.
Yeah, exactly. Apologize again. Louder.
Oh, you rewinded?
Yeah,
he did. Yes.
Yeah,
My
we
bad.
got.
My bad. That was
sorry.
real talk.
Hey, shout out, we're brothers. And,
Accept my apology before you read the super chat.
Yeah, of course I accept it, brother. I'm still putting gloves on you when I see you. Alan R.
I'm a
978 $5. Fox of De'Aaron has never once in his life been a better player than Kyrie. Shout out to Big Purr than Ox. Did somebody say that?
Yes, I did.
Ox and Chill have both
Said he's better than Kai?
Yeah.
I said that.
First of all, I wasn't even on that episode, but I did agree.
Yeah, I remember you agreeing. You was in the chat.
Yeah, but all right.
And Chill said it, yeah. But Chill's a Kyrie hater. So anything Chill says about Kyrie, I kind of just ignore. Like he just hates Kyrie.
I'm not gonna watch how De'Aaron is playing
You
right
hate
now
Kyrie.
in these playoffs, hurt and act like from 2002, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, I didn't have De'Aaron. Yes, what he does today has nothing to do with what he did for the past 5 seasons.
I agree. I hate when people do that, when they retroactively change. Like, if you thought De'Aaron was better in 2022, him being worse in 2026 has nothing to do with him being better in 2022. I agree. The issue is De'Aaron has never been better than Kyrie a day in his life. That's the issue. But if you believed it back then, you shouldn't then change your opinion 4 years later when he's not what he was 4 years ago.
And I'm fine with that. If you anybody that disagree with the Kyrie take, like, I'm not gonna fight you on it. Like, cool, Kyrie's one of them. I got big love and respect for Kyrie. I thought De'Aaron was better for that 2 to 3 year stretch. I'm not going to change my mind just because he's playing like ass right now or
That's actually
scoring
what this
like
was
ass
about.
right now.
That's what this was about.
Yeah, shouts.
He worse than
Because if we're doing that, then he playing much better than Kyrie, broke leg ass.
LeVar be balling $5. Those ethical Spurs were flopping like an MFer. Wemby got so many calls, it was disgusting. Also, Lowe said Wemby was a better shot maker than 2018 Braun. Okay, I'm not surprised Lowe said that. He doesn't believe that. The number 2,
I
yeah,
said it
Wemby,
again when I streamed the other day.
Wemby do be flopping.
I don't know.
I ain't been keeping up with Lowe's content. I just be seeing stuff come across my timeline.
If I said that, boy, I would have to knuckle up.
But we know
either the people who clip either the people who clip Lowe are doing him wrong, or Lowe has turned into a clickbait master. I don't know which one it is.
I mean, he's a master content creator. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's playing the game of from
ever since I seen Lowe post that image of his feet and then like and all that other stuff. I knew what he was. I learned that day. I learned that day. Ashy feet pics and glazed feet pics. Shout out to Lowe. That's my dude, my ATL brethren. Shout out to him. But yeah, definitely a master content.
Low down. That's my man. Low down.
Wemby do be flopping.
Sure. I might be on Penn side a little bit with what I've been seeing recently.
All right. Average Joe, $17.89. $5. Big part on how this series will play out. It's going to come down to who will be better, the Cat or the Fox, assuming San Antonio continues to trust a Fox. How about Cat
the best player on the Knicks versus the 4th best player on the Spurs?
Yeah, I don't get that. Cat can outplay Wemby in this series, but so I mean, we need to that needs to be the actual discussion.
I think it can as well.
Well, you said the what player on the Knicks?
What?
You said Cat's the what player on the Knicks?
No, he said he's. Oh, you talking about him?
I thought Mars said Cat is the best player on the Knicks and the 4th best player on the Spurs.
Yeah. De'Aaron Fox is the 4th best player on the Spurs. Cat is the best player on the Knicks, is what he said.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's not true. But okay.
But it's been true the whole playoffs. Hey, brother,
check the spreadsheet.
It hasn't been true the whole playoffs.
When you get here,
yeah.
real talk, we'll have that discussion. But yeah, Cat's been there, brother. And yesterday,
Cat has not been better than Brunson.
Yeah, he has, good brother. But shout out to you though, especially.
But I know how you view basketball. It's PPG, true shooting, field goal percentage.
Well, Cat's point per game is like 15.
But that's why it's getting carried by the field goal percentages, true shooting.
I think Cat still might be 70 true shooting. To be fair.
I've heard Swipe so often talk about how the reason why LeBron in the AD duo, the reason why LeBron was the better player is because LeBron was the one closing out games in the fourth quarters.
But he was also elite.
But now Jalen Brunson's doing the same thing on New York, but Cat's now better.
No, he would never say Kobe was better than Shaq.
That doesn't make any sense.
But Shaq, Cat's not Shaq.
What?
Brunson's not Braun.
Yeah,
I just got told 12 minutes ago Brunson's not Braun. Not Brunson, Braun.
No, nigga. Look at him. Brunson is a better player. Brunson is a better player in the regular season.
When you do it, he Braun. No, you got it.
Brunson is a better regular season player than Cat.
Everything come full circle, chat. Everything come full circle. The moment I make the Braun parallel, he not Braun. He want to make a Braun parallel. No, it's the same thing because he's not. Shut up. He not Braun. That's what it is. He not Braun. He not Braun. Fry. He not Braun.
Yeah, real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying. He not Braun. Why you making that comparison?
Be true. 23-10, $5. Boy, do those damn Knicks fans travel. When Brunson made that run in the 4th, it felt like they were taking over the arena. Facts.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see that in New York.
Dude.
When Jalen Brunson got that break, hit Champagne with that in and out dribble.
Whoa, Ox!
Oh my God! I jumped off the couch before he even finished the bucket. It was so smooth, so nasty. I know Champagne didn't even know where he was. He was, what the fuck?
It was like he was here, and then he was there. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Brunson was frying. Carter Bryant came in for 4 minutes.
Took him to chill.
Got spanked and never got seen again. I don't
even know why Mitch did that today.
Same with Cornette.
I mean, he should guard SGA. So I mean,
Mitch wants to play.
Yeah, but Brunson is not SGA, brother. And I mean that to Brunson.
Carter Bryant got done wrong. Like he was straight belt for 4 minutes.
Cornette as well was like a -7.
He does not belong in this series. This is not the series for him.
No,
But that's
no.
but then the issue is that the Spurs then at that point have what 7 players,
Yeah.
and I'm like we're talking about Cornet and like
Cornette was
Dylan
hooping
Hart.
yesterday.
And
Yeah,
Harrison
like
Barnes.
that's it.
Keldon, well,
Like
hey,
Harrison
Keldon-
Barnes, like
Keldon and
how
Harrison got
how
to
playable
play.
is Harrison Barnes? Keldon Johnson, I'm sorry, I don't think Keldon Johnson is very good. But
They're better than Carter though.
But he's like even Keldon was like what played 10 minutes yesterday.
Yeah.
Like
I didn't think
They
the
can't
Cornet
trust
minutes were
him.
good yesterday.
if you don't drown in the Cornet minutes, he did his job. Like Wemby's got to win his minutes. That's how they win the series. Cornet's not going to win his minutes. That's not a thing. Like,
It's almost like the Knicks have
I
the better
like too
bench.
when Mitchell Robinson is in there. And
no, but
like,
who's the better sixth man?
No, fact.
Those-
Yeah,
but
one
those
player
post up-
constitutes the bench.
those post up screens that Mitchell Robinson sets, good action. It's good action.
Oh, the
Like
goal
when he's
screen.
still when he's still
Yeah,
under
yeah,
Yama,
yeah,
so he
yeah.
can't block the shot.
I don't know how
we
that never
got
gets called as an illegal screen. I don't know.
'Cause
Victor
it's a
White.
post up. He's stealing for
Yeah, but everyone knows what it actually is. Though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Got Victor White 1576 $5. Let's tell the truth. It was 63-50 in the third. Wemby came out and came back. It was 67-61. He wasn't good, but the impact is unreal.
And
don't
he's
think
on
anybody
off
up here
numbers.
I mean, an
Shade of
11-4
Wemby.
run isn't unfathomable.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like it's
Yeah.
a game of runs, brother. I don't know what to tell you.
Especially
The
fast.
game was close late, and he was shooting shit off the side of the backboard. Now, if Paul George did that, right?
Kawhi did it too.
It'd be
They
a
did
whole
do that.
goddamn.
Kawhi did it.
you know
We
what I'm
haven't.
saying?
It's not even talked about. Like Ox got it scrubbed from the internet. I watched Kawhi Chill do the same thing, and it never. No one ever brings it up. Only PG. Goodness
Got
gracious.
it scrubbed.
Golly,
I mean,
scrub the
because
internet.
Paul George was getting abused. That whole
Paul George was
series.
better. How did Kawhi? Never mind. I'm not doing this again.
As you
All
were saying,
Oh,
Yeah,
Kawhi
we know.
gave
Yeah,
seven?
yeah.
Luffy Gear fourth, 4701, $5. It's time to start giving Harper more minutes than Fox. Last 5 games, 9.6 points on 30% from the field and 20% from 3 straight.
You see that? You see that last sentence right there? That's how Swiper talks basketball. That's it. That's all you hear.
You know how
was
you talk
listening-
basketball, Ox?
I know
In the
this
ba-
is
in
why
the
Cat's
background.
better than Brunson. I guess.
You know how you talk basketball,
He
real
was
talk?
not. He
In
was
the
not.
background, both of y'all. All right, next up.
I mean, De'Aaron had a really good game 7. Like,
Yeah,
no,
next up. Yeah, no, he did. He cooked. The Aaron was cooking. 3 Mike, $5. I'm there, man. JB is better than AI, better scorer, playmaker. What else is there to say? That's what the number 1 option looks like. Chill. I don't see this in 45.
He's not a better playmaker than Allen Iverson.
I'm pretty confident that the Cleveland Cavs are out of the playoffs. Why are we talking about them? Why are we talking about?
I don't know. The same reason why
I mean,
you
we
tried
just had
to
an
get some-
Embiid segment.
The same reason why you just tried to get some ant hate off in 24.
I wasn't no
I know
getting
what
no
you were
ant hate
doing.
off.
We
Absolutely.
know what
Yeah,
you were doing.
Ants are-
We know what
Ants
you
are
were doing.
players.
That had
We know what
nothing
you were
to
doing.
do-
What you were doing.
That had
We know
nothing
what you
to
were
do
doing.
with Anthony Edwards.
We know what you were
promise
doing.
Had nothing
Because
to do
all of
with
a
Anthony
sudden,
Edwards and
all of a
Donovan
sudden,
Mitchell.
being the
No
hub of the
way.
offense and the passer
way.
and playmaker is,
No
is,
way.
is what's important now. So James Harden better than D. Mitch?
He definitely was more important to them than D. Mitch was.
Was James Harden better than D. Mitch in the playoffs, Chill?
No, he wasn't.
Why not?
Because he was lunch on defense. That's why.
What was Mitchell?
And was D. Mitch the appetizer?
He was not.
James
Woo!
Harden was not better than D. Mitch in the playoffs. No,
He was not
wasn't.
lunch.
That's because you
James
guys
Harden.
don't know, boo. It's okay though. It's okay though.
Yeah,
You
shout
guys,
out
you
to
guys
y'all.
will realize.
I'm-
I mean, yeah, that could be that could be the
Yeah,
reason.
it's okay. You guys don't know, boo. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't blame you guys.
I'm a non-knowing.
Yeah, that's
Is
okay.
Brunson better
I've
than
been-
D. Mitch, Chill?
Yes, absolutely.
Is Ant better than D. Mitch?
No.
So Brunson's better than Ant?
Yes.
Is Donovan Mitchell the second best guard in the East?
Cade Cunningham, Tyrese
Yes.
Halliburton.
Oh, brother.
Wait, did he say Brunson's
Yes.
better than Cade?
Yes.
Well, Brunson has to be
He
better.
said Mitchell. He said Mitchell better than
He said
Cade.
Mitchell's the second best guard in the East. Brunson's better than Donovan Mitchell.
So D. Mitch is better than Cade?
Yes.
Okay.
What about
Um,
LaMelo? Y'all don't forget LaMelo.
Jigsaw puzzle, $5
Is
Canadian
he-
dollars. Did you guys see that clip of Kawhi Ox playing 2K on a laptop? No controller either, just with the trackpad and using the laptop keys. College
Can you do
gamer.
that?
Oh, that was Kawhi that I
Yeah.
seen.
I
That,
thought it-
I
Yeah,
just
that
saw
was
someone
Kawhi,
playing
yeah.
2K
He wasn't.
on a
By the way,
laptop.
he
Kawhi,
wasn't
yeah.
playing. He wasn't playing it. He was just moving his fingers. He was not
Oh, yeah.
playing.
I
it.
didn't know that was Kawhi. Yeah,
I didn't know that you could do that. I thought
Hey,
you
Ox,
already-
so Kawhi's out here selling bogus video games
I thought you
to
always
make up for
knew
the
that.
aspiration money he lost. Did you see that?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see it, but
Okay, well,
I
that
didn't-
game is not real.
he got kids to feed, man. You got a family to feed, man. Do what you got to do.
In the words of my
I gotta run, fellas. I'll see ya.
All right,
Yes,
Damien,
sir.
great show
I'll talk
today,
to
bro.
Damien. Hey, in the words of my big fella, I need to talk to my lawyer.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Another one, Mike, $5. Another thing, if y'all gonna do this thing where we give the best in the world title to the people, they have to be criticized to said degree, like 23, 7, and 30 if they play bad.
Wrong
So-
KD and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fair
I've seen
enough.
KD referred to as 7. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's still
35.
35.
Yeah.
It's still
what the
35. I
hell?
don't care.
Yeah. You got Licando 8509, £5. Swipe is right. The Knicks front office is cooked. The whole starting five is trade moves. Maybe the 21 bucks in recent memory comes close.
No,
Because
because
so much of it is made possible by the fact that Jalen Brunson is underpaid. Like, I think you just got to give him a lot of credit.
like you can't make those moves without that happening. That's a fact, Mars.
So shout out to Brunson making a lot of this possible.
Shout out to Jalen Brunson for realizing that he's still filthy rich.
By the way, let's leave that. Let's not. Let's not.
Because you got some people like Real Talk who, you know what? Never
Like
mind.
real talk. What are you referring to?
Real talk. Just so we clear, he came there originally for $100 million and then signed
Real
a
Talk thinks Jalen Brunson's selfish, probably, right? Real Talk.
Oh, are you talking about that tweet with Robert Ory? Oh, okay. So it was whose career do you want? Robert Ory's with the 50 million and the 7 rings, and then or James Harden with 400 plus million and no rings. I said, if you don't choose James Harden's career, you're dumb and you're selfish. And I believe that wholeheartedly. 400 million is taking care of my family for generations or generations or generations.
Not if you're in a
Give a
trick
damn
spot
about
on a
them
regular.
7
What if I'm an orphan with no kids?
Yeah, or I'm in a trick spot on a regular. How about that?
Fried
Well,
you.
my
Fried
thing
you.
is,
Fried you.
my thing is, $54 million is still a shit ton of money. I'm not saying I don't
It's
take the
not
400.
400 million.
Man,
Right,
I don't
but
want
I'm
James
saying-
Harden level fame. That shit just annoying.
That is
Come
crazy.
on,
But
no.
Robert Ory is super famous too. But my thing is this.
Yeah, Robert Ory could walk down the streets of London and wouldn't no one know who he is.
Oh well, London. But who?
But
the
you know
fuck
what I
walk
can do,
around
Mars?
London?
The 7-time NBA champion.
Me? What do you mean? Me?
You said you don't leave your room.
Ain't
If I
nobody
have
go-
50 million, I'll leave.
Mars, ain't nobody going to London.
What?
But like what I'm saying though, real talk is if you get 54 million and you trick it off doing dumb shit, then you're gonna do the same thing with 500 million. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you invest your
That's
54
10 times
million,
more
more-
chicken.
You know how
No,
much
if you
more
can't- if you
threshold
can't-
margin
Right,
of
but no,
error I have
This,
with
but
Forrest
this,
Hills?
this is the
Margin of
thing, real
error
talk.
for
This is the
fucking-
thing, real talk. When you're financially literate, you understand that if you can't manage 1 million, you can't manage 10. If you can't manage 10, you can't manage 100. All I'm saying though is I don't think it's selfish for a couple reasons. 54 million, you should be able to make some proper investments and be able to set your kids up at least. You know what I mean? And on top of that, we're talking about great grandkids, man. I don't know them little niggas. On top of that, they wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
Ox is so fucking nasty, yo.
No,
Really,
I agree.
Ox
I
is
agree.
so fucking
They
nasty.
wasn't with me shooting in the
Yo.
gym.
Selfish.
Ox,
Listen, I gotta worry about humans who don't exist yet.
Yes.
Hell
Man,
nah.
as you were saying,
I don't know
Swiper,
them
I
motherfuckers,
apologize.
man.
Mars, you were born in the wrong time period in the wrong color, brother.
Ox
'cause
ain't-
you would've
Ox
fit
ain't
in
leaving
with
nobody
our
I
nothing.
gotta worry about
Ox
humans who
ain't-
don't
I
exist.
plan on it. I'm just saying though.
Hey,
like,
y'all
shit,
can't have my
50
boat. Y'all can't have my house.
Nah,
y'all
they
can't
can
have
have
my
everything.
cars.
They might
Y'all
be
can't
some
have none of that
hoes. How
shit.
am I meant to just care about them just because they, man, what? No.
But
As you
I
said,
think if you get 54 million, you should be able to set up your family. You know, next generations. I think you should
For
be able
sure.
to do that.
I
with
mean,
54 million.
I'm not saying that you can't do it, but look, here's what I'm saying though. Even if I'm financially illiterate, I have a lot more. Hey, I can make some mistakes and still, find my way back with the 400 plus million than I do with the 54 million.
Well, I think people that are financially literate, I think they still make mistakes too. And if I am just gonna be doing degenerate shit, I definitely want the 400. Like we going crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm for
the
sure
great
finna,
one-
if you give me, I'm 400. So I get that amount of money. I'm definitely spending on some dumb shit. I'm buying a few cars. I'm buying a few houses. I'm buying a few chains.
Would you buy an island like old boy?
I'm buying an island.
Reggie Bullock.
Whoa, who is the old boy?
Reggie Bullock.
Which Island? What we talking
Reggie
about?
Bullock. The right one.
No island. No island. No island. No island
Fuck
for
that
me.
island. No, sir.
No island for me. No island for me. But you know,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Nah.
That's hilarious, bro.
Man, I forgot what country you lived in for a minute. All right, the great one, 2026, $5 Canadian. I remember back in my day, I was telling people about Jalen Brunson being an elite playoff riser. George Washington, do you believe me now?
I don't think anybody up here didn't think that Jalen Brunson was a playoff riser. We all thought that. That's not news.
Real Talk Island? Real Talk Ranch?
I mean, I think we all felt
Real
like that.
Talk Ranch. We can do that.
Yeah.
We can
I don't
What
think
will be on Real Talk Island?
What would be on Real Talk Island?
People my age.
29-year-olds?
Yeah, you're 35.
L
I
host.
don't even understand.
Where we at, L host? I thought you. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
L host.
thank you,
Let's-
Jill.
Joe. Guys back on track.
Somebody asked him. It was a
As you was
Guys
saying,
back on
L
track,
host.
yeah.
Come on,
Jonathan
L host.
Fraser, $5. We really gonna act like Philly wasn't down 2-1 when Joel came back. Joel literally came back and won the series while I'll be writing history. That is what
Not
happened.
rewriting.
Nah, because Caruso and Zoo, because Zubac post ups, go and win him the series.
On the box right here.
Yeah,
In the field.
uh-huh.
Let him go to work.
The People's 23, $5. The difference between OKC and the Knicks is the wings are 6'5" and up in New York, while OKC would deploy 6'3" guards. Preston needs to get more size. Go Knicks.
Give me a break.
I do agree. The Thunder prioritize speed over like strength.
And it won them the NBA championship.
Yeah,
It
but
worked.
once again, it's all about matchups. Like it's all about matchups. Speed is viable, but you also want to have the optionality to prioritize strength. Right now, they're pretty much all their eggs are in the speed basket. So when you come up against a team that can physically overwhelm you, you don't have a counter to that. Now, if they come up against a bunch of teams that can't physically overwhelm you, they can run you out of the building. So it's all just you want to have more options.
That's fair. I can get with that logic.
Yeah, they're still,
All
in
right.
my opinion, the best team in the league. They just lost. But
Zay Allen, $5, $5. How y'all feel about the Larry O'Brien Trophy and finals decal being on the court again?
I didn't think about that, to be honest.
Yeah, it looked great.
I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
I don't pay attention to that stuff.
Me neither. I really
Yeah,
don't.
they didn't have it on the last few for some reason, and they did, and it looks way better. They got the finals trophy right back in the middle of the floor, as it should be. $10 super chat, Cody Ellis, 6317. If y'all are of the opinion to trade Fox, can I hear why? And what would you like in return for Fox?
Because he's a bum. That's why. Because Fox can't play. He's a bum. He need to be out of San Antonio. That's why.
Man,
I want a power forward. That's what I want. I want a power forward.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Doesn't have to be
I got the perfect trade for y'all, San Antonio. It works both ways. Give Minnesota Fox. Y'all take Randall.
Hell no.
Hey, man.
Hey.
Danny needs some
Hell
PG.
no.
Y'all
Hey.
need a power forward.
Hell no.
It works. I
Hey.
like that trade.
That doesn't. The money doesn't even
Yeah,
match
man.
number one, but then number two, no.
We good, man. We
You got to
good.
throw somebody else in there. Yep.
Yeah, I'm good.
We'll
I'm
take
not
Jaden
giving you-
McDaniels.
No.
All right.
Oh.
Shadow 57-X7G, $5 from a better player POV. If you want an award from a different era, why should the other player think the other is better? He didn't win that over me.
I don't know if I understand. If you want an award from a different era, why should the
So, like,
other-
if I won MVP in 06 and someone else wins it in 2024, like,
Yeah, I guess.
that shouldn't make a difference to me because like you didn't win the award over me type stuff.
I guess.
I
Or
mean-
no, if somebody won in 06 and you didn't win it in 24, but you were like second or third.
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
but-
yeah. That doesn't mean that the one who won. I agree. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
That's kind of my outlook on accolades in general.
20, like, for example, 24 Luka is better than any version of Steve Nash. Like, clearly.
All right. Young boy goated 9168, $5. Shout out to Melanie on Love Island. Also, a moment of silence for the 5 people who were surprised that Adam 22 got dumped. Everyone saw this coming. Okay, two stories that are not related at all. Melanie, I don't know which one that is. Melanie,
Who is
somebody
it?
did.
Because I'm watching. Yeah, which one is Melanie?
I don't know. Love Island
Oh,
USA.
Melanie is the one with
right, Google. There we go.
Julia Newman.
Time to Google. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
Okay.
go to the
With
numbers.
Sincere. Are you watching it?
I don't know
So
anything about Love.
No,
Island.
I haven't had time to watch.
Yeah, I
Love Island
don't
USA.
watch this.
But I heard the Nuggets fans is on
Melanie
there.
Moreno. Is that her name? Melanie Moreno.
I don't know her last name.
Melanie.
I barely know her name. She just fine.
Is she African American descent?
Love Island.
She's
Yes, I believe so.
Dominican.
Oh, so then no, don't. Yeah, absolutely.
Melanie Love Island.
Wow, Mars.
That's what they make
don't
sure
know.
to
I mean,
make
she
it known.
pretty.
They
She pretty for sure.
I don't.
What do you?
bother
Hey,
with
Real Talk. What do you think about? Yeah, I see her. She's from Philadelphia. Shout out. Real Talk. What do you think about that? The one gentleman that left the police force to join the show.
He's trying to get famous. I don't
You
blame
only
him.
live once, Swiper.
Yeah, I don't.
I would
blame
have
him.
left the police too. And in regards to the Adam 22 thing, yeah, I mean, apparently he stepped out of the relationship. So, I mean, there's nope.
just laughing, like,
But
it's
it's
sad.
one.
They-
They work in an industry. They have agreements on that industry, and he stepped out of the agreements apparently. So that's what
Right.
the
That's
rumor
so
is.
dumb.
No, it's not.
That's so dumb.
No, it's not.
They got guidelines.
It might
You're
be
on
done for you,
camera
but it works for
stuffing
you.
your mouth, and you're mad at me.
Yeah,
'Cause-
they both work. Yeah, they both work in that industry.
You
So
signed this contract.
they
you know
both
what I'm
do.
saying? So
they both work in the industry, by the way. So you
Man, we know what happened. We know what
it's just a
happened.
publicity. It's just a stunt, y'all. It's just-
Jason
it's
Love hit her with that wham, huh? Hit her
Who?
with that dingo, and she ain't been the same. That's what happened.
She almost shook it. She almost shook it now. I see what
Come
you're
on now.
as you were saying, Swiper.
All right. Let nigga in drag. Brunson doing what dude from Akron couldn't. He delivering the biggest market and not building a super friend squad. That's why we don't respect him. Why does LeBron get random strays?
Because he's rent free. That's why. In the most expensive space in your head, that penthouse up there, he got his feet up on that $10,000 couch in your head.
All right. And then we got another one. Edu05, $6 or whatever. Fox for AG and Cam Johnson signed Braun in some way. I don't know how.
That's some 2K shit right there.
Nope. And then we got Duge, Dujan, whatever. $2. Jalen Green, a better playoff legacy than Wemby Marks. Interesting question. Pimp name Slipback 7780, $5. Now Real Talk. Apparently they're breaking up because he wasn't supposed to cheat on her with dudes, and she got mad and divorced him. So
Chelsea's homophobic.
no, actually. No, I just anyway. I'm not going to defend this area. Whatever, it's not. I don't care. DeBarber, 13-13, $2. De'Aaron Fox about to be the worst contract in the NBA.
Absolutely.
That will forever be Joel Embiid
Right.
until that contract is over.
Mm.
That's not even close. I'm not gonna lie.
What the hell?
Super Me Up, $2. How does this make the cat trade look for the T-Wolves?
Bad.
I made him look good. They didn't want to pay Cat. It was a
Cooking
money.
right now, Val.
It was a money thing.
Yep. Simply Ghosty. Remember 4 month. That S fake as heck. They don't beat Boston. Yep, they don't beat Boston without him beat. D Future. Remember for 7 months. Jalen Brunson, Captain Clutch. Yep. Weird at Planet Tears. Yep, absolutely. OG team $2. Playoff run better. OG, KG, or 26 Cat. I mean, I don't know. I would have to think about it.
8 kg is probably the answer.
Le nigga in drag, $2. The dude will never be allowed in my city, Old Town. LeBron.
I will though. How about that?
Mm.
How about that? I will.
So you're standing in for LeBron's
Yeah,
place.
how about that? I will.
All right.
So you trying to meet up with Le Nigga in La Town?
I don't have to worry about
If
meeting
you
up with
are
him.
in
Yeah.
New York right now, knock all that shit over. Knicks in 6.
Johnny 31337 became a YouTube member. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. We got Lee 4788 member for 33 months. Became a shout out to you. Appreciate that. And then we got another new member in Cody Ellis 6317 became a YouTube member. Shout out to y'all. Great show from everybody today. Also action-packed night. There's no game chill, no game Real Talk, no game Ox. But you know where you can find us. We have the members only stream where you control the show. No chatters allowed tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you must be a rookie member or higher to be a part of this show. So make sure y'all tap in. This is going to be a lot of fun. I personally myself cannot wait for us to get into this.
Yeah,
Shout out to everybody that joined the show today as well. We got one final super chat here, Chill, and it says,
Yes, sir.
Teflon Gunsmoke, $5. What do y'all think about the Rockets rebranding and jerseys? Real talk.
I like it.
I like it.
Mhm.
They need to switch it up. But what's more important, switching up, need to switch out Sengun for a good player. Then need to switch that up. Then we'll really be on to something.
All right,
Later.
shout out to y'all. Hey, see y'all tonight, 9 p.m. Y'all know what time
Later.
it is. Members only. Be there or be square. See y'all very soon.